good. That was a good bass line right there, though. Yeah. Bringing the funk. It's supposed to be like 70s porn music. So that's the whole theme there. 70s porn music because it's the nooner. Get it? It's the nooner. This is the first nooner in like 10 years. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah. Well, I watched, I think it was last week, you did a nooner every day but Wednesday. You've done a nooner like every day. And I swear, it's like when you hear, let me just tell a quick story that will.
Quick story.
Maybe some people can relate. When you cancel the nooner at the last minute, it brings me back to like my parents separated, got divorced. I was 9 years old. I saw my dad every other weekend. He'd pick me up and he would often cancel at the last minute. And that's exactly what it feels like when you cancel the nooner.
Oh,
it's like
I'm sorry.
I'm sitting
now
on the curb.
I feel bad.
I'm sitting on the curb with my jock bag filled with my overnight bag with my stuff, and your dad's not coming.
Dad's not going to make it to the game today.
He's not going to make it. Clip this so I can post it every time Gary announces he's canceling the nooner.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. I'm just busting your balls. I did get, holy shit. This, for those that have bought it, this book, I started flipping through it. It's amazing. Comic book sized, oriented, clearly by design. There's artwork, rare photos. I love it. This is great. I tweeted out the what you wrote, and what I love. Maybe Mrs. Nerdrotic put this. You sent me a hat. Look at this hat. Can you read it? You got to put me full screen. It says male friendship.
That's so gay. Oh my God.
This is the gayest hat I own, thanks to Gary. Thank you, man. It's great. Male friendship.
Male friendship. Make male friendship straight again.
Right. Anyways.
Let's go. We're starting out super gay. So, yes, first nooner in a while. My traveling is almost done. I'm going to Arizona this weekend to the Quest for Ancient Civilizations conference. I usually get that mixed up, but it's something like that. And I'll be running the live stream for it with Garrett, who I haven't seen in weeks. He was supposed to edit a video for me, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. I did all this work, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. And it was Stranger Things. I was going to do a Stranger Things part, but I'm like, I don't want to do it. I'll wait till the whole series is done. It's hard to say because I didn't like it. I might be in the minority, but I did not like it. And after watching it again, I really didn't like it. I was like, oh.
Did you get tickets for
New
Year's Eve?
I did.
Yeah.
You warned me, and I got them quick, and they sold out like that. They only have one showing in San Antonio. It's like one. They have 3 showings at one theater, and that's it.
Yeah.
And they were gone. They were gone in half an hour. So yeah, like it's the most watched thing out there. Netflix, and I have no. I actually don't doubt them on this one. 60 million views. Most people watched all the first 4 episodes. It's the closest thing that we have to a cultural phenomenon when it comes to television, like a water cooler show. Although it's not. It's not. I say closest thing, but it's not because everybody's watching it at a different time. Everybody's at different places. There's probably a bunch of people in the chat who've only gotten through like 2 episodes so far. And that's the problem with the binge model. I would argue that the show would be even bigger if it was released weekly. It would be even bigger, but it's not. And it would be more talked about. And, when you have a show releasing at the same time and you have that cultural experience together, then everybody goes on Twitter and Instagram and starts sharing clips like around the same time. Right now it's uneven and you're spoiling stuff for some people. And that's the problem with the binge model. See, because you can always binge when it's done. So as a viewer, I'm fine with it. But as a business model, it's not sustainable, especially with the amount of money that like this thing had to cost a fortune. And they'll probably make their money back in new subs. One of the rare times it actually happens. But for the most part, you just need to release it weekly. Pluribus is a perfect weekly show. Is absolutely a perfect weekly show so far. And so is Landman. But
I only have one question. Is Barb in it? Because I watched season, you can share what I'm trying to share here. Barb was in season 1.
Poor
he got
Barb.
done wrong and she's not back. I have a Barb from Stranger Things beach towel that was in a Loot Crate box I got. So I have this beach towel of Barb from Stranger Things. And there was justice for Barb. I don't know if you remember, it was a big deal. She's never come back.
No. And Mahler and I discussed this yesterday, and Barb was the first sign of trouble because the writers clearly knew they made a mistake, and the mistake was there was so much focus on Will missing in the first season and none on Barb. And what they did was later on acknowledge the mistake instead of saying, no, the whole point was Barb was forgotten. That's what she was in life, is what she was in death. And you make it even more of a tragedy by having her completely overshadowed. But they undid that in season 2 because they listened, they looked at fan reaction. Plus they didn't have a plan. So that's your first sign, like Vecna. There's people going to tell you that Vecna was planned from the beginning. No, he wasn't. There was no fucking sign of Vecna anywhere. It was supposed to be the Mind Flayer, and they've been able to rewrite that. And listen, Vecna was a good idea in season 4. You probably don't know because you didn't see it, but Vecna was a really good idea and like brought the show back. They needed a singular focus in the Upside Down, and I thought it really worked. I'm not too sure about the final boss part, but yeah, I like season 4. But yeah, Barb was done wrong. And remember when she showed up at Comic-Con? Remember when she showed up and asked? So the whole cast was up there. And Barb showed up to ask a question at Comic-Con, and everybody, the reactions on their faces are pretty good. They're like, "What?" You know.
But well, yeah. I don't know this for a fact, but I think she's a they them. I'm just
they have a Barb-like character in season 5. It's Robin's candy striper girlfriend. Kind of looks like Barb.
Oh my god.
She's a nothing character though. She's there just to be lesbian girlfriend. That's the whole thing. But yeah, so Stranger Things. Chris hasn't seen it, but we have seen some stuff.
Yeah.
Chris has seen Avatar. I've seen, and Chris and I have seen Fuck 'em All.
That's right. Fuck 'em all. Fuck 'em all. Hey, there's almost, I mean, no spoilers, obviously. I mean, it's a typical plot of that kind of show, but there's a character that recurs through the whole thing.
We'll get there. Yes.
Made forget you talk. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was great.
We'll get there. But I don't know like what else. There is an article that's perfect for the nooner, I think, that we could start out with. X-Ray Girl. And that is
I have a treat for you though.
Oh, what's that?
Don't let me because you're going on a trip to Japan.
Yes.
And I have some news for you. It's a short video. If you want to watch, X-Ray Girl made this video. Have you seen this?
I've only heard about it.
Oh, okay. I thought this was another video.
I thought it was going to be another one. Yeah.
Shopping.
But
at
check
Target.
this out. It's about what Gary means in Japanese.
Oh boy.
You ready?
Let me explain them to you, starting with Gary. Please, if your name is Gary, be careful how you tell your name when you do self-introduction to students in Japan. This is the true story. So there was an English teacher called Gary, and on his very first day, Gary introduced himself. Hi kids, my name is Gary. And the kids was like, Gary says that. Of course, Gary didn't know. Looked like they're laughing at me. And then he looked at the Japanese assistant. She was embarrassed. And then she told the kids, quiet, kids, quiet, quiet. So she didn't explain why the kids are laughing. But every time kids want to call the teacher, they say, Gary sensei. Some kids were crying, Gary sensei, Gary. Even though they didn't need Gary sensei, they just want to say Gary sensei. So finally, Gary had enough. So he asked the Japanese assistant, why kids are laughing at me? And then she was reluctantly admitting to him that, sorry, but Gary sounds like Getty in Japanese, and it means diarrhea. So in the end, Gary changed his name to Tommy, and then he made all the students call him Tommy Sensei. Guys, this is a true story written by Gary himself. I'm sorry, Gary, but it's true. I'm here to help you. So when you introduce yourself in Japanese, you have to be careful.
I'm going to say
because
Getty.
the kids will never stop laughing at you.
My name is Diarrhea.
Instead of pronouncing your name as Gary, it might be better to say it like Gaddy. Next word is
Gaddy.
Gaddy. No, I'm just going to say my name is Gaddy. It's diarrhea. It's explosive diarrhea. And you guys would know about some explosive, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
Oh, my God.
Wouldn't you?
Oh, my God. All right. I'll you got to use this in a video somehow. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Gaddy.
I think it's funny.
That is. I did not know that.
Now you're going to Japan.
See, you shouldn't have told me.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You might forget by May.
It's a very good chance I would.
Yeah.
It's a very good chance I would.
Okay, sorry, interrupt. We got a story to talk about.
How you feeling, X-Ray girl?
I'm sick, and not from Egypt. My niece got me sick from daycare. Freaking daycare and kids.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you don't have Getty. That would be.
Oh no. I mean, Adam had Getty.
Yeah.
Really? Did other people
on the
get
train?
Getty?
A lot of people got Getty. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I missed out on that one, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But sick voice coming in soon, so watch out by Friday.
Oh, there you go. Nice and throaty.
Nice and throaty.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Yikes. So what's our first start? Yeah, let's do this Gavin Newsom thing, because this is great.
Oh, I hate this guy.
Well, I mean, you could get 4 more to 8 more years of them, because I'm just pretty sure half of the country is functionally retarded at this point, or they're just so blinded by so many things that they will vote in what is like the prototype, the encapsulation, the personification of evil politician, which is Gavin Newsom, who's accomplished nothing but taking California, which was an economy that was so strong it worked well despite its politicians, and he was able to wrangle that and fuck it up beyond all recognition to where they're losing population, they're losing congressional seats, they're losing businesses left and right to Texas. Has a lot to do with that state tax. They have an entire rich neighborhood that with powerful people burned down, and they cannot get this thing rebuilt, and they won't, Chris. And we knew this when it was happening. Palisades, they just had a city council vote. What was it, yesterday? Where they can't decide how to pay for the rebuilding, and they've been fucking around with it for 11 months. 11 months.
I don't know how they're going to. They have a budget deficit in the billions, whereas Florida has a surplus.
Yep.
All of his policies, put left, right, Dem, Republican aside, he is objectively the worst governor in the United States. His policies have destroyed this state. And while you can find $2 gas outside of California, gas here is still $5. Why? Because of taxes.
Mm-hmm.
We are overtaxed. It's troubling. It's awful. And look, I choose to stay here and fight, but I want to see things change. And we got to get Karen Bass out. She's just as bad. And all this Tim Waltz, like the controversy with all the money that's been, cheated out of people from Minneapolis. That's happened here, where they raised all this money. There was this whole like Band-Aid thing to get money that was siphoned to his wife's like some NGO thing. All of it, you find out here that like California politics is all about grifting and giving gifts of cash or contracts to your friends with no incentive to actually deliver on what you're paying for, which is solving homelessness. No problem has been solved under Newsom. They've only gotten worse. I can see it with my eyes. And still, there are people that are blinded by that. They're blue no matter who, morons, and can't see. He's terrible. And we need different leadership. And if he brings this national, there's a guy I follow, I'll find him, who just rips on him, who lost his home. I got to find him. I just started following him. And it's so he's done nothing to help business. And it's okay. I got to go on X and find this.
Yeah, I know who you're talking to, and his name is like flying out of my head right now, and I don't know why. But
I'll find it.
I have lived under Gavin Newsom's rule for a good portion of my life, right? So I was in San Francisco when he was mayor. I was in California when he was lieutenant governor, and I was in California for his first term. I was there for the recall, and once he won that recall, in a landslide, which total coincidence, it was with a lot of mail-in ballots during COVID too. But just to question that would just be, traitorous. But Chris is right. He's made every problem worse. He made the homeless problem worse in San Francisco. There was always homeless people in San Francisco. There was always the Tenderloin. There was always 6th Street. But it wasn't as bad under Willie Brown. Full blown classic Democrat corrupt politician. But at least Willie Brown, his just in my opinion, his links to the mafia and Chinese gangs actually got shit work done. Roads got fixed. He committed to burying the power lines, right? Because a lot of the power lines are still, and he did a ton of that. He actually got stuff done. So, and he liked to make money, probably because he was corrupt, but he was the right kind of corrupt. Gavin Newsom is an auton, is an empty shell that will be completely, he'd just be Biden 2.0. He'd just sound a lot better. You'd be able to understand what he's saying, but when you hear him talk, he says nothing. He can say nothing for 10 minutes straight. And he's always been able to do that. He's terrible at debating, right? That's why you haven't seen him debate a lot. DeSantis kicked his ass. And even worse is Adam Carolla. Maybe we can find that clip. Adam Carolla destroyed him 10 years ago in a debate. And recently he was on with Dr. Drew, and they redid the debate with AI voices, and they used an NPR girl as Adam Carolla, and then they used the voice of Burt Reynolds for Gavin Newsom, and they didn't change a word of the dialogue. And if you can find that clip, X-Ray Girl, it's insane. It's absolutely insane when you hear it. And they want this. So Hollywood, which is falling apart right now, it's lost it's lost a huge portion of its economy. I just did a video on this a couple weeks ago. It's basically down by a third across the board. Everything. As far as you could put or did you find the clip, X-Ray Girl? Okay.
I think this is it. Is this the one?
By the way, the guy you need to follow, Spencer Pratt.
Spencer Pratt. That's it.
Spencer Pratt. Dude, his posts are fire. He needs to start a PAC, political action committee to make sure Newsom does not become president.
Yes. So before we start this, X-Ray Girl, let me finish my thought there.
Sure.
So everything is down a third across the board. We're talking they've lost a third of their employees. They've lost a third of their income. They've lost a third ticket sales. Everything's pretty much creeping up to 33 to 40% down across the board because everybody's leaving LA. They're going to Atlanta. They're going to the UK. They're going to South Africa. They're moving everywhere else. They've been going to Canada. Runaway production's been a thing for 20 years. And Gavin Newsom has had every opportunity to fix that by giving tax incentives in LA. Mayor Bass could have done this as well. The city council could have done this. The tax breaks are easy. You're stealing less money. That's all you're doing is we commit to steal less from you. and to bring in more jobs. And if we steal less, then more people will still film in LA, bringing in more money. But nobody understands that, and they don't want to understand that because they're in such a budget windfall, as Chris pointed out, that they need this tax money and they can't give up on it. They need to keep stealing from you so they can line their pockets and keep the industrial homeless fucking complex going, which is a big grift, a huge grift, using homeless people because they get paid per head. It's like a public school. Each city gets a certain amount per head of, that's why they're starting to do censuses on homeless people. And a lot of corrupt politicians, like, we're just as fucking corrupt as Mexico. We are. I mean, we could talk a bunch of shit about Mexico and all these other and Egypt. We're just as fucking corrupt. We are. We like to pretend we're not, but we are. We are. So this is great. So this is an old debate that Adam Carolla did with Gavin Newsom, and now we're going to hear it reinterpreted. But remember this, word for word. Not a word was changed.
And I said, let's get rid of my voice and get rid of his voice.
You don't have to do all the
Why
prep.
don't we just have Burt Reynolds' AI voice be Gavin Newsom? Yeah. And check. And it's a transcript. Exact words.
Americans in the
Okay,
state
go
of
back
California.
a little bit. Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit.
And he's Burt
right
Reynolds.
there.
Here we go.
Half of African Americans in the state of California, roughly half of Latino
This is
families
Gavin
have
Newsom.
no access to a checking account or an ATM, things we take for granted. They don't have a checking account.
What's wrong with them?
Well, because they don't have the resources to sock those things away.
Why do we have them?
A lot of different reasons, but roughly half those families don't.
Why do Armenians have them?
But where they end up is a check cashing place.
But I want to know, why those groups? Why do those two groups not have access?
Pause for a
It
second.
happens to be that.
So just to remind you that the NPR girl is Adam Carolla and Burt Reynolds is Gavin Newsom.
I've seen the original clip where they're arguing.
Yeah.
He fuck this. I mean, do you remember like back in the day they used to tar and feather politicians? I never understood why they did that until I've seen Gavin Newsom.
Yep.
He is the type of slimy snake oil salesman that they used to tar and feather because he made the lives of citizens worse. He has made my life worse. Yours, Gary, you fled the state. So many businesses have left. I mean, I drive around, I see more. I see that my favorite restaurant, Lucy's El Adobe on Melrose Avenue, across the street from Paramount Pictures, closed. That was an icon. That was where the cast of Star Trek went to hang out. I mean, I'm talking Shatner and the gang would go there for drinks. And Nimoy, that restaurant was a staple. Politicians went there when they were running for elections. It's that restaurant is gone. So many businesses can't succeed. It's small businesses. It's COVID made everything worse. It was a power and cash grab, and all of his. I loved during Thanksgiving, Newsom sent out this video message with he and his wife. Everyone underneath posting his guidelines for 2020.
Yep.
Thanksgiving. Remember that?
Yep.
He is such a fucking scumbag.
Yep.
But people are blind. The blue, no matter who dominates in California, they can't objectively look at the policies. It's probably because they live in a zip code where they are unaffected.
Absolutely.
Where they don't see it. It's not in front of their eyes.
Marin County, they're not seeing any of this stuff. They're not seeing any of this stuff in Thousand Oaks. Rewind it a little bit. And again, context for this is basically Adam Carolla grilling Gavin Newsom on like why particular races need more favor than others because they're marginalized. You use the term marginalized. And he's like, well, what about this? What about Asians? You'll hear it.
A lot of different reasons, but roughly half those families don't.
Why do Armenians have them?
But where they end up is a check cashing place.
But I want to know, why those groups? Why do those two groups not have access?
Just happens to be that we can talk about.
Are they flawed?
No, they're hardly flawed, but they're struggling.
Genetically flawed?
Hardly. Absolutely not.
Do Asians have this problem?
I mean, a lot of communities have problems. A lot of whites have these problems.
So it's not just Black and Hispanic.
No, but
Well, why did you bring up Black and Hispanic?
because the magnitude is ominous.
But why so many of them?
It just happens to be just the magnitude.
That's the way God planned it?
Not at all.
Well, what happened to them?
There are a lot of issues, and communities are struggling.
Why are they struggling?
A lot of different reasons.
Hispanics have been here, Blacks have been here longer than we have been here.
Well, we can surmise.
What about Asians? They were put in internment camps.
Yeah, in fact, it all initiated out of San Francisco. The Chinese Exclusion Act came out of progressive San Francisco.
So are they at the check cashing places?
A lot of Asians certainly do.
Oh, so why don't you include them?
Because then the only reason why is the magnitude of the problem.
But there's no way to figure out how that happened.
We could talk about, you know what I'm dealing with? I don't want to have a sociological debate.
Sure. Why would you? Why would you want to do that? Because the person from the Times wouldn't write good things about you if you did that.
No, that's not the case. Because I want to deal with reality.
You want to deal with reality? I can tell you what reality is.
People are struggling. People are suffering. I want to deal with the problems in a pragmatic way.
Why are they struggling and why are they suffering?
We can hold hands and surmise about all these things.
I don't want to do that. I want to know why they're struggling. Why are they struggling?
A lot of folks are struggling because they can't find jobs.
Why Blacks and Hispanics?
Across the board, all socioeconomics.
So everybody is struggling?
Everybody is struggling.
So Asians are suffering just as much as Blacks?
The face of welfare is not an African-American family.
Oh
So
my
it's Asian,
God.
Jewish, it's all of them?
Caucasian.
Okay, we're all struggling.
A lot of folks are struggling.
Okay.
He is a retard.
He didn't answer a fucking question. The enormity of the problem. The one that you're lording over, you dipshit. So
And that stupid sort of thing he does when he talks with his shoulders and hands and this, he's a scumbag.
He's a total scumbag, and he's trained. So you did hear it was on, I think, Patrick Bet David yesterday. And this isn't a surprise to anybody, and this is by far the first time this has happened. That towards the end of in Biden's term, he was getting help from Jeffrey Katzenberg and Steven Spielberg on speeches on how to speak, getting Hollywood direction. Now, that was happening with Hillary Clinton. That was happening with Bill Clinton. Okay, so this was happening with Obama. That's why they're so comfy with Hollywood. That's why they are so comfy with Hollywood, because they are having their speeches written for them by Hollywood screenwriters, by WGA screenwriters are writing their speech. Do you think they're fucking writing speeches for Republicans? You know, why do you think, why you want to know why a lot of people voted for Donald Trump? Because he's not reading a fucking speech. He's just going off the top of his head, and he can say some crazy shit that's funny as hell. And you know what? That's way more endearing than some guy reading off a teleprompter that's had a script that's probably written by 4 WGA script. That's complete bullshit. We're tired of the bullshit. The problem is we're on the brink of getting so much more of it. I was supposed to get asked on this on Piers, and I didn't, but I was going to get asked, because it was Thanksgiving, they were going to ask all the Americans, what are we grateful for from the UK? What has the UK provided to us that we're grateful for? And I'm sure he'd want
Islam.
to say I'm sure he'd want to say Islam or Western civilization. I was going to say, I'm Keir Starmer, because it really shows America what a Kamala Harris presidency would look like. I'm super grateful that you idiots put him in charge, and now we have it on full display of idiocracy. And that's we are so close to that right now. And what's going to bring us there is this fuck. And Hollywood, your town is falling apart, and this guy is one of the people who could have fixed it at any time, and you're going to vote for him. No matter what, you're going to vote for him. And then you're going to put another Democrat in charge in California. And then you're going to go, why is Hollywood falling apart? Because you keep voting for the same fucking thing. Yeah. This guy isn't as, I don't like Obama, but he ain't as good as Obama. He's terrible. He is legit terrible. I don't think the rest of the country likes him at all, but they're going to back him, and Hollywood is going to circle the wagons right after they just took this huge black eye to where we just heard Jennifer Lawrence say, I don't think celebrities make a difference. You don't. And I think the best thing possible for the world would be for celebrities to circle their wagons around Gavin Newsom, because that would really turn most people off.
Well, also he's an actor and a tool. When I look at a politician like Kamala or Newsom, they're tools. They are a vessel for whatever their donors tell them to do, which is why it's these, once you start one of these, we're going to feed the homeless, you're not solving the issue. The fentanyl zombies are out in full force. Have you seen the thing where there's videos of Japanese people like doing imitations of fentanyl zombies, where they do those weird sort of like, you can't believe the person is still standing poses? It's hilarious, but that's downtown LA. I drive through Wilshire Boulevard, tent city, right by Netflix. On Sunset Boulevard, tents and bullshit. It's sickening. It's sickening what's happened. Karen Bass is part of that machine.
Yep.
It's all about grifting and giving government contracts with no accountability. And what Trump said about Tim Walz, what a you know what? Yeah. Shame him for what he allowed a population of people to do and steal money from taxpayers to give to people and give to your friends. We see it now. Our eyes are open, and he will definitely make a run, but he's everything the Dems like. He's an old white guy.
Yeah,
he'll definitely be paired with like a black woman VP if he's going to make that run. They'll balance him out with someone ethnically the opposite of him and gender. And that person will probably have more balls, but especially if it's a woman. But I just what he has done. I mean, my good friend, who you're friends with him too, Dante James, he left. He's like, you win, Gavin. And he moved to Colorado for a good job opportunity and whatnot. Fine. But he couldn't make it work here.
And why would you? If you have the opportunity to go, which a lot of people in California don't, like that's a fact. Like they can't move, and that you have my sympathy, and hopefully you're in a county that's somewhat sane. And there are some sane places in California, but
Pasadena is sane.
It's like a little oasis there.
Yeah, small business, a lot of small businesses here. The city council, like, even didn't follow the guidelines from LA County. They said, we have our own health department. We're gonna just do this. And they barely enforced anything during COVID, which was great. So I'm in a little part that isn't affected. We don't see homeless. You see homeless here and there, but that's because of the train station. No tents at all. No tent cities, none of that, none of the problems of LA. So I feel very fortunate I'm here. It reminds me of where I grew up in the Midwest, in the suburbs, Pasadena, but it's got some lot. But this, he's done nothing to help. Our I don't know if it's a mutual friend of ours wants to propose, because anyone can just put something on the ballot, a proposal. So a friend who I don't know if he wants this public, so I'm just going to tell you, is putting a proposal on the ballot that small businesses under 100 employees pay no state sales tax.
They shouldn't.
That's 10%. That's like a 10% give back to small businesses. And he's working to put that proposal on the ballot.
If you want to win an election in any state, you cut a tax.
Yeah.
You cut a sales tax, you cut state income tax, you cut property tax, you're going to fucking win. You will win. That's a winner every time.
Yeah, here's what I'm heartened by is how people like Spencer Pratt, who fight against Gavin, and others. Like, if you look at the comments of any Gavin post, it's all shitting on him, old things he said like 15 years ago, we're going to solve homelessness in San Francisco. It's gotten worse. Everything's gotten worse. So the comments, but also this guy can play to the Hollywood crowd. He can play to that. Let's see him in Iowa.
Well,
Let's see him in North Carolina. Let's see him in any other state with our normal working
homeboy tried to go out and say, like, I was poor. No, he is the son of a Getty lawyer. Okay.
Right.
He was gifted a winery and a restaurant. Like, this is privileged white boy all the way.
Yeah.
Rich, privileged white boy. Everything the Democrat Party is supposed to be against, that's what this dude is, right?
Yeah.
And dude, he's very manipulative. So, like, one of the things that made him very popular in San Francisco was legalizing gay marriage before it was legal. Remember that? Remember when he did that? And he lined up a bunch of gay couples and had them all married, and then it got shot down. But then he's all, well, it wasn't me. It was the federal government. You know, and they just loved him for it. And they called him Daddy Gavin. And then he could push through any stupid thing and they would be for it because they're one issue idiots. So all of a sudden, property tax starts going fucking nuts. The homeless crisis starts going nuts. But they're like, but he legalized gay marriage for a minute, so he's Daddy good. That's the kind of shit that he understands, that he and his people understand. And that's what we gotta fight, because most people don't worry about legacy or the future. That's why I left California, Chris. Like, I'd love to fight for my home state. I was born and raised there, and it's beautiful. San Diego's an awesome city. There's some great places to go. Yosemite's rad. Northern California's rad. The desert's awesome. But I got a family to think about. And I'm like, I'm in an area that is just, it's shit. Being a Democrat is too conservative for them. When socialists and communists started, like, hanging stuff on my front door in San Francisco and then winning in city council, I'm like, oh, well, I'm done. And then the election stuff going on in San Francisco was crazy. You'd have a city council member who got voted in by 5,000 people, Chris. 5,000 people. Daley. His last name was Daley. He was related to the old Mayor Daley from Chicago. Big time socialist. And he was in a district where 5,000 people voted him in, and he was like one of the most powerful city council members. And you're just like, fuck this. I'm not going to and I'm also in a city where I can't, you know what they enforce, Chris? They enforce laws on me for protecting myself. So if somebody broke into my house and I freaking bludgeoned him or shot him or something like that, I'd be the one going to jail. You know, I got lucky that I didn't get arrested when a guy was like broke my glass counter at my store and was causing a bunch of shit, throwing a bunch of homophobic, a bunch of bad slurs to my gay manager at the time. And I picked him up by the fucking seat of his pants and tossed him out my store. And the cops were going to arrest me. You know, it's like, yeah, fuck this place. You know, it can make anybody red pilled. And the thing is, a lot of people, the people who would have voted and fought, Chris, have left. Like we're out of here. You know, and that's where I think other states are probably, you know, they're complaining about Californians, and they should. They really should. They're a problem. Ask Arizona. But I think there's some reinforcement going on too. But you know, like how could you argue saving California when Hollywood is going to circle the wagons for this motherfucker, right?
I'm shocked. Like, I'm shocked at friends that, like, because they see me in Gavin Newsom's replies. I reply to him, and a guy I've known for 20 years said, "Oh no, comma, you're one of those. You're one of those." I said, "You mean a free thinker who judges based on what I see?" My kids won't be able to afford a house here. I can't afford a house in California.
No,
I can't. I mean, maybe in Bakersfield.
They stopped making, oh God, this could be a whole podcast because I was just watching something on this, but they stopped making like smaller houses. They make all these damn McMansions, and they stopped making like little 1 or 2 bedroom houses because they're like, well, let's just make those apartments instead.
Right.
And it's made it completely unaffordable. And that's where I actually have sympathy for Gen Z, because the housing market is not fair to you right now. It's just objectively not. Now, it's not like when I hear people say, well, houses were cheap for you. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. The houses were really fucking expensive for us. and we had to work really hard and for decades to own one, right? But it's not like the 50s and 60s where a couple with one kid on a regular salary could buy a house in California and raise a family. It is definitely not that, and that has gone down over the decades, and it's now at I think, what did they say today on PBD? They said 10%. 10% of 30-year-olds own a house. 10. It used to be 50. So that's a problem they need to fix. And does what we need is a housing market correction, like a big one. And I think that's what a lot of people were waiting for. And it's going to happen whether we like it or not at some point. But yeah, and I don't know how to fix the problem. I don't. But there's not enough housing. And what they're going to try to take Palisades and make it like low income housing instead of just make normal housing. Sure. You know what? Make districts where you have more affordable homes. I'm totally for that. But you also have to consider the roads. You also have to consider schools, and you also have to consider property values. And there's so many things that politicians aren't going to do because they're so worried about being reelected that it makes it impossible for anything to be accomplished at all. What Trump's doing right now is some of the stuff that a second-term president who's not going to be reelected does. No other president does this. Nobody does the ICE raids because these are ugly things. These are ugly things that people are probably not going to be happy with overall, but they need to be done because the floodgates were opened and we can't take care of everybody. And no, our government's not big enough to do a case by case basis. Plus it's too corrupt to do that too. So sometimes people get deported maybe who shouldn't have been. But what's the alternative? Do we just let everybody stay? We can't afford it. We can't. We don't have the money. The money's not there. So we're electing these people to solve these problems, but they don't. They just kick the can down the road all the time, Chris. Yep. And this motherfucker is the king. This is the king of kicking the can down the road. And kicking the can down the road is going to lead to a depression. It's going to lead to a massive, it's going to lead to a lot of problems unless we start getting people in who will fix the job, which could be helped probably by term limits in everything and absolutely everything, but there isn't. So I don't know. Too many problems.
But when you objectively look at any problem he has poured money into, he hasn't solved it. The $1 billion train to nowhere, money spent on homelessness, the money that's been grifted. It's the government contracts are a grift.
Yes.
You get a friend in government. Mafia. It's mafia. They might, do some show toward the issue, but they're profiting. It's
No, I loved your proposal for small business because that is like the backbone of America. That is the American dream. That is everything I love about the free market, not this big ass corporatism. It is mom and pop opening up a little hardware store, whatever. If we lose that, we're done. We're cooked, as the kids say. We're cooked. So any kind of incentive to get people to open up more business, more small business, and that would increase your tax base, you fucking morons, in the city. And it would you would have happier employees because generally employees who work for smaller businesses are happier because you get to talk to the boss every day. You get to see the boss every day. And everything isn't just a pie chart, right? A boss can just go, yeah, I'm going to throw you a little money because you're doing a better job. Just like that without having to go through this whole process. That's why it's better. The problem is, we have these two parties, and one is, they've switched sides. Let's be real. But one is pro centralized government, and the other one is pro corporation. Now, quite frankly, the Democrats are both because they're turning into the same thing. But when you see the socialists out there bitching about the corporations all the time, the corporations are evil. And some of them are, but they try to paint the government as the good guy. Yeah. It's actually corporations, as bad as they are and monolithic as they are, there's still some accountability there. There's no accountability with the government. There's zero accountability with the government. And they will be able to do, if you give them all the power, they won't give it back. and they don't have to answer to fucking anybody. So that's the problem we have. And then everybody in the middle is like, I just want to live my life and own my own business and maybe have a little piece of property. Nah, you're all fucked. Newsom in 2028, Hollywood donors start lining up behind expected White House bid. He's a fighter. That's what we need. He's a fighter. What's he fought for, Chris?
Ending homelessness. I don't know. What's he fought for? He's fought to give his friends favors. When he was caught at the French Laundry, not without a mask. Oh, I was there for a friend's 50th birthday party. Turns out it was all people from the health industry.
Yes.
He's such a liar. Like he is now, it's finally going to come out. This Spencer Pratt guy, the more he will have a Tim Walz style controversy on his hand. It's evolving now.
Well, he has. He's gotten away with it. Dude, the guy slept with his best friend's wife, who was his campaign manager.
Yeah.
His wife can describe Harvey Weinstein's penis. It's Hollywood, baby. He's very protected and will remain protected. And I just think a lot of people will vote for him. I do. I mean, we have that commie mayor in New York, and you guys are going to find out. You know, we just went through this in San Francisco with London Breed, who's gone now, who got so bad that the liberals in San Francisco voted her out because it got so fucking bad there. You're going to find out in New York. Set as the marquee interview at the New York Times annual Deal Book Summit, the California governor is attracting a lot of big league attention of late across the nation, back on the West Coast, and in Hollywood in particular. The Donald Trump battling Newsom is also increasingly viewed as ready for his close-up as a favorite of influential and deep-pocketed industry donors for the 2028 White House race. He's a fighter. He's what we need, said a top-tier producer and reliable Dem ATM over the decades, Katzenberg. That's my first guess, is Katzenberg. Katzenberg's involved in a lot of shit. And through him, Spielberg as well. Told Deadline of Newsom, I wish more Democrats like Schumer and the leadership in Congress would emulate him, not take any shit from Trump. The producer added of Newsom and his Trump 2.0 strategy of throwing punches online and offline at the authoritarian loser in the White House. Oh, boy. It's amazing how they throw out authoritarian so easily, and they just never threw it out, Chris, during 2020 or 21 when COVID was happening and all the regulations were happening with Gavin Newsom, who was acting more authoritarian than I've ever seen anybody in power act in America in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Deciding who can go to work, who can't go to work, completely ignoring his own rules, as you discussed. That's authoritarian. You know, they legally couldn't keep you from going to work. They couldn't keep you from public places. But they did it anyway. And you know what? A lot of the public... The thing is, if some of the public had just said, fuck this, and started going, there's nothing they could have done to stop it. But, you know, they were threatening your livelihoods. So I understand it. That's why a lot of people were forced to get a jab they didn't want to get. And there was a lot of propaganda behind it. If Newsom does run in 28, as a widely anticipated and essentially confirmed pre-midterms by the contender himself, the governor clearly has some built-in advantages over rivals when it comes to drawing Tinseltown money and high-profile support, which was proven last year to not help at all, Chris. As a matter of fact, it's a detriment. So bring it on. Whether that translate into him becoming a new Ed Muskie or the heir to Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and his adopted political father, Joe Biden, remains to be determined. But there are some pretty strong leans toward the latter already. What, Joe Biden? I think it would be A lot like a Joe Biden presidency.
Yeah, it would just slide us to worse.
Oh, immigration would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Certainly with the 313 million hanging behind out the small screen applications on November 20th, Newsom's more than doubling of California film and TV tax incentive program to 750 million annually early this year, which hasn't done anything, Chris. Has that brought films back, Chris?
No, it hasn't. Not at all.
No, it's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
Has deepened the endearment to him in Hollywood, C-suites, and among the guilds. On the other hand, the Bay Area local Newsom isn't exactly making friends among the tech lords with his social media and AI, Godrell's efforts. Yeah, that's going to be a problem for him, but we'll see. Even as Trump. So enthusiasm by LA donors is very strong and very encouraging. Big checks are being written. Longtime Democrat insider James Costas insists, with a looming big DNC gathering in the City of Angels later this month. They should have it at Palisades, Chris. They have plenty of room.
Yeah.
It was slow build earlier on as we recovered from the loss of November, but there has been momentum building. No Kings events, legal wins, the Kimmel effect. How's what? How's the Kimmel effect affected Jimmy Kimmel?
Oh God.
How has that affected Jimmy Kimmel? How are his ratings doing right now?
Back to where they were, terrible.
Yep. Resistance growing, and it's turning into, you guys are in a fucking bubble. You really are. Ways to fight back against the administration's overreach and organize a win in 2026 and 2028. The former Barack Obama era ambassador to Spain and HBO exec says. So the problem is, if you're going to have Barack Obama pulling the strings behind the scenes, I don't think that's something Gavin Newsom's going to want to be in charge, or at least have his people, or have the allure of being in charge. I don't think Gavin Newsom's going to want to be a puppet as much for Biden than as Biden was, because Biden was fucking not even here. He was a zombie. People are waiting on this thing. I don't think people are going to immediately jump on any campaign. Well, that would be smart. The problem is, again, Chris, let's go back to this. How influential and how big are Hollywood checks actually going to be at this point?
I don't think celebrities, obviously they're not influential. And even celebrities are finally coming out saying, yeah, we probably don't have the pull we thought we had. So stay out of it. I don't understand why people like Katzenberg and Spielberg, they want to push for this. What is the point?
Power. They want to feel important.
It's power.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're ego-driven people who want to feel important, and that they're like, I was behind this presidency. I was his biggest donor. He listened to me. They can go to their little cocktail parties and brag about it.
Right.
I think the mistake would be that somebody says, well, Gavin already has those relationships. Lippman stresses of the position to play for Newsom, and other hopefuls this early on or not. Everybody wants to find the person they think could win. It's, for one, you could take it down. It's way too early at this point. And if Gavin's your front runner, oh, God. I promised that I would do a political channel if Gavin runs, Chris, because I fucking hate this motherfucker so much.
Yeah, there's going to be, if you look, there has to be Californians against Gavin or something where it's like, we have lived under him. We have seen what these policies have done. You can't. And also, I think that I'm confident he tries to go to Iowa and act like an every guy. He will not be able to hang. He can't hang. I mean,
no, No, that's the one thing. He tried to start his little podcast, and I think he had Charlie Kirk on at one point, didn't he?
He did. Charlie Kirk was the first guest. It was a great show. And oh God,
he's a snake though. He'll he's a snake. He can say whatever he needs to say, but look at the man at his actions, and the fact that Hollywood's willing to back them just shows that they're suicidal at this point. Like you've got to be fucking kidding me. There's got to be other options, right, to back besides him, but it's early, they're desperate. And if that's the best you got, and the sad thing is, look at how many votes Kamala got, right? She got a lot of votes for somebody that fucking stupid.
Did she?
Well,
did she?
For somebody that stupid, yes. She got a lot of votes.
I think it's low information voters who
Yes.
don't pay attention, who only watch mainstream news and don't watch it that much, and they just see Trump and don't like him. So anyone other than Trump, that's it. So, yeah.
Yep. Hollywood planting the seeds of their own destruction. As I said in my tweet, Chris, they fucking deserve each other. They really do at this point. Gavin, like even Bob Iger got mad at Gavin for a minute and then stopped being mad. But when he insisted on keeping Disneyland closed, when they didn't need to close Disneyland, by the way, and it was affecting Disney's bottom line. That was the one time where Iger did step out and get a little angry at him. But the French Laundry thing is just the tip of the iceberg with this dude on the shit he has pulled. The only good thing he did as mayor. The only good thing he did as mayor is he went on vacation. That wasn't the only good thing. And San Francisco tried to pass a law. And now I think they've eventually passed it, but this was 20 years ago, Chris, that you could not be a dog owner. They were going to waste a bunch of taxpayer money saying you cannot say you own your dog. You're a dog guardian.
Dog guardian?
And even Gavin came back and said, yeah, this is stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But that's the craziest thing is watching the San Franciscoification of politics, because San Francisco was always weird and stupid and should not be emulated in any way. And it shouldn't be emulated in San Francisco. But to see like Kamala Harris run for president when everybody knew she was dumb as a bag of fucking hammers, and the only reason she got her job is because she blew Mayor Willie Brown. That was common knowledge. And she was a nominee for president. Now, nobody voted her in. She was put in, but that's been the last couple of nominees, right? The last two or three. Yeah. Because
they've been installed.
They've been installed, yeah, because Bernie was way more popular than Hillary and should have run. Whether you like him or not, the man should have won. But then he sold out. Yeah. Got his mansions. And now he doesn't complain about the millionaires and the billionaires. He just complains about the billionaires. He stopped complaining about the millionaires. Really convenient. Yeah, she was a side piece to Willie Brown. Is Willie Brown still around? He used to do this little talk show in the morning. He'd have his hat on. And the dude is just corrupt as the day is long.
Yeah.
But at least he was like way more open. It was something I respected more because he was just more open about it and like, what the fuck are you going to do? But he got shit done for the people a little bit. Not that I like the guy or ever voted for him, but yeah, you don't want to emulate San Francisco. And if Hollywood wants to back Gavin Newsom, I'm actually in a strange way for it because I think that would hurt him in the long run.
I just hope that he's exposed outside of the Hollywood bubble.
Well,
he's getting all this in the Hollywood bubble.
Yeah.
But I mean, when people really get a look at him, and also he stands in contrast to Ron DeSantis, who has really good. They're considering getting rid of property tax. Like
that's a win.
It's
a win.
I also think when you're above a certain age, you should not have to pay property tax. Let's say when you're at retirement age, you no longer have to pay because you're retired and you've earned it, and hopefully you've paid your house off. But why should you continue to pay rent to the government for something? I think my aunt says we should start a podcast, call it the gray wave, like just people, common sense policies, like no property tax,
Well, I think
ridiculous.
With MAGA and the cultural shift, I think a lot of people were hoping we would return to politicians who, and this is a pipe dream, by the way, but people who actually wanted to go and create policy to help people and didn't want to be a career politician, like you do it for a little while and then you go back to your regular life. And, that way you would get more people with business acumen in.
Yeah.
That's what Marjorie Taylor Greene was. That's what people thought she was, but she just turned into a swamp creature like everybody else. And she was like, all of a sudden, one issue that affected her company, which was, construction, and she was against all the deportations, and wow, she flipped. Weird, totally strange. It would be great if we could go to that. If we could go to like a Brandon Herrera, who's clearly more successful on YouTube, like doesn't need to do this, but is going to go run for, Texas 23, vote for Brandon Herrera, and then go back to his regular life when he's done a couple of terms, but it's just not, it's not going to happen. And I don't know, this begins and ends with us, Chris. We can't rely on Trump or a single politician to fix the years of rot and corruption. We have to start like paying attention, a lot more attention, which sucks because a lot of us are really fucking busy with our regular lives and raising our family. But I mean, this affects us too. So, and I've said it before, be active in your local elections, know who your county supervisors are, your city supervisors, your school board, whether you have a kid there or not, it doesn't matter. It does affect where you live. And that's where it changes. Otherwise the corruption will continue. It will continue. And Hollywood will help it because, Hollywood likes corruption. Hollywood recognizes corruption. Why do you think so many actors actually emulate and like dictators? Why do you think so many actors went down, Hugo Chavez down in Venezuela, and what is it, Maduro? They went and visited him too. Sean Penn's visited him. Why do you think they emulate dictators? Because that's the kind of power they respect. That's how Hollywood is kind of run. And I'm not the first. Actually, you know who I heard that from? Rush. Rush was the one who had that take many, many years ago. And he was right. Rest in peace. So we saw some stuff. Chris, tell me about Avatar.
Oh my God. Okay. Let me preface this with, I like the first Avatar. I think it's wild science fiction. It's the first Avatar film is effectively the same story as Dune. An outsider comes to a very different planet with a different culture, integrates himself in the culture, conquers, in the case of Paul Atreides, the worm, the sandworm. In the case of Jake Sully, he conquered the dragon, unites the native people against the people who come from another world to try to colonize and take over and plunder the resources of the planet. That's Dune. And by the way, when Avatar came out, Dune was in development at Paramount, and they stopped it. That incarnation of Dune in I think it was like 2000.
I did not know this.
Yeah, so I learned this from Frank Herbert's great grandson, who I knew. We follow each other, and he, I had him on a Film Threat podcast a long time ago. But anyways, he said, yeah, they stopped development of Dune because Avatar came out. It's structurally the same story. So I like the first Avatar. for what it was, science fiction. The second film, Way of Water, is a family story with good father role model, which you rarely ever never see. There's strong women, but they don't supplant the men. They don't humiliate the men. They're good, strong female characters. Cameron has a history of that. And it was a family story. And, it ends with, oh, let me ask a question. Do not look this up. People in the chat. What are the kids' names in Avatar Way of Water? Name one of the kids. You can't.
Sully.
Because no one remembers. Not even fans. Okay. And I like those films, and I don't remember the names of the kids. I remember Jake Sully and Natiri and Navi. That's all I got.
Oh, I didn't even know that much.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I know some of the Pandora.
I think an argument can be made, Chris, that the first Avatar movie did have a cultural footprint for a little while, and it did have it was a cultural phenomenon, because remember there was that oh God, what's the name of the planet? I don't even remember the name of the planet they're on. Pandora. So there was that a bunch of millennials were depressed because they wanted to live on Pandora. What would they had a name for it?
God, that's hilarious.
It's like that seasonal depression you get, when it's cloudy. They had a name for it. I can't remember. I've slept since then, but that was a thing. That was an actual thing. Wow. And my friend John Reed, I remember he just fucking loved it. Just loved it. And I'm like,
well, it introduced some really cool sci-fi concepts, like a lot of them all at once. A foreign planet, there's different. We have to, we create these avatars, which are grown. We're projecting our brain into them. Like, there's some cool sci-fi concepts. We're trying to get to know the culture. It was simple story, the first one. The second one, kind of a family story. And the 3D in the first one was awesome. It was like looking at a Viewmaster viewer. And the second one was even more amazing in water. The third movie is a retread of everything you've seen
it is
in the first two films. And I jokingly called it Swiss Family Pandora. It's leaning more into a kid's movie.
Okay.
And they spend a lot of time grieving the son whose name escapes me. I don't remember at all. They like a lot of time is spent how they miss their dead older son. That I mean, significant, where it's like they're trying to show off the acting. I went to this event at Disney where they showed the making of Avatar, Fire and Ash, and Way of Water. They shot the two back to back, those two movies.
Yep.
Okay. And they really try to convince, like, it's acting, it's not AI. And there's even when we saw Avatar, Fire and Ash, Jim Cameron comes on and talks about the acting in Avatar, that no AI was used. It's a little 1 minute intro Cameron does to the film. You'll probably see it when you see it. But Fire and Ash is a retread of things we've seen. It's kind of the same, ends with not moving things forward. I thought there would be, because the one thing you see in the trailer is the one character I remember, because he has such a dumb name, Spider. He's like the Tarzan feral kid, human. He in the dumbest way, he's able to breathe the air on Pandora. So now he becomes an asset, because if they can figure out a way that humans can breathe on Pandora, they can just populate Pandora and move people there. It'll solve a huge problem. So he becomes, but the story, it's like a real interesting concept that isn't explored in a great way. So I was ultimately disappointed. It's 3 hours and 17 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
Is that the longest one? I can't remember.
I don't know. 3 hours and 17 minutes.
Oh,
but I thought they would move the ball forward in terms of lore or story or what's happening on Earth.
That's what my question was. Do they answer that?
Nope. Zero. And then you've got what's her name from The Sopranos. So annoying. she's annoying in it as the military commander. And oh God, it's just, I really did not like it. So I'm prefacing this with, I like the first two. I did not like this.
Ooh,
Now,
okay.
did I like the spectacle? Yeah, it's fun, but I've seen it. Everything they do in this new Avatar, I've seen in the other two. And it was done better. The story here is the weak part. They should have moved the ball. Like, give me some lore. Like, all of Earth, there's an armada coming from Earth. We need this guy. Like, raise the stakes of the story. It's just Swiss Family Pandora. We're lost. I got captured. I got kidnapped. Rescue me. Someone else got kidnapped. We have to rescue so-and-so. Where's so-and-so? Don't forget your breathing apparatus. Oops. It's so many dumb things. It's like Cameron forgot how to write a script.
Do they have pregnant women in battle?
Yes. But but wait. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it ends in a really
Does
dumb
she finally
way.
have the fucking baby?
Maybe.
She's just pregnant all
I'm
the
not
time.
I'm just saying, like,
pregnant women in battle is like it's the single most retarded fucking Hollywood trope
you know
right
what?
now. I don't understand. I do understand it. It's supposed to be like feminism. It's supposed to be pro-feminism, but you motherfuckers don't like kids. None of you like kids. You don't like having kids. You're like, what are you talking about? So the idea of being pregnant, but then of course she aborts the baby when the battle's over.
Anyways, I was disappointed. I wanted it to be back to the first movie. We're fine. We get to know these kids. There should have been, because it takes the notes. There's no time jump. It literally picks up where Way of Water ends. It's like the next day, right? And they're grieving for their son. What I liked with part 2, Way of Water, there was a time jump. Hey, they had a family, this, and then, they've got problems. What they did with Quaritch was interesting. They downloaded his brain to an avatar. Now he's in it. It's his memories. He has this son. Like, there was the human part of him. I like when interesting sci-fi ideas are explored.
Yeah.
I like that. They did none of that in the third movie. It's except for the idea of Spider being able to breathe, which is.
So are we going to get more sequels, or does this wrap it up?
It doesn't wrap it up. It kind of leaves. It kind of just. It doesn't advance anything. Literally, they're back to square one. Like in the Way of Water ends, you're like, what was the point of this? The only concept was Spider, and they get very aggressive with, we're gonna go after these resources. It's so dumb with the whales. Star Trek 4 did it better with whales. But anyways, in terms of the message, it was light. It was there, not forced. Here it feels very forced. And it's very much humans are bad. The Na'vi are good. They're the Indians. It's basically a cowboys and Indians movie where it's all from the POV of the Indians, and they can do no wrong. They're good. And the humans kind of actually, they ally with some bad Na'vi, with that woman who's like a witch, seductress. It's kind of stupid.
Now, are they bad or misunderstood?
Misunderstood.
Okay.
You'll see. But the humans are all bad. And then I started looking, I'm like, is there anyone non-white among the humans? I don't think I saw anyone. I only saw the movie once. There might have been.
Are you going to watch it again?
I probably will. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm yeah.
It's going to make all the money. It's going to make a bunch of money. Although I think Zootopia could beat it. Could beat it. Well, it could. Yeah. I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying it could, which I wouldn't even have considered. But man, Chinese love that fucking movie.
It did so well in China, but by the way, they get less money.
They do. They get 25%, if that. But it's okay. Disney needs a win. Whatever, they need a win, and this is their win. It made more. It's going to surpass. Has it surpassed Superman yet? in total box office.
I
I saw.
It was like 500 million.
Okay.
After the weekend,
So it'll
probably
surpass Superman in 2 weeks. It surpassed Wicked for Good, and I saw Steph talking about, or I heard because I was on my walk on Daily, and I guess the Wicked fans are all mad that Zootopia.
I heard that.
It's like, oh my god, it's furries versus lonely women and gay men.
Oh my God. We're so in sync. I was on my walk, and I read my email. I'll post on social.
So the cope,
and I listen to G&G Daily.
That's what I'm like on my walk trying to write a comment, and the cope was from the Wicked people is, well, families are going to Zootopia. You're getting like a mom and a dad and a kids, and it's only single people going to Wicked. And I put in a comment, so I'm like, oh, it's only lonely women and lonely gay men and lonely women are going to see Wicked. Right. And then Jeremy's like, you watched it. I'm like, you just missed the context right there, Alabama boy, but it's okay. Yes, I did make everybody watch it for professional reasons, the first part. And Jeremy liked it, for the record. I did not. It was the Ninth Circle of Hell. But I've seen the play, so that if you want to like accuse me of being gay for something, I've seen the play.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And it's better. The play is better. Because
the play is better.
Well, because they cast hot women.
Yes.
Not like skeletons and vampires.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
skeletons and vampires. But you know, what's funny is most of FNT has seen part 2, except for me and Jeremy. And I'm not going to see it. I had to make him suffer a little bit while I was gone. Just a little bit. It brings me joy. It's the little things in life, Chris.
That was great. Actually, Ryan did a great job.
Yeah, he did.
I thought he did a great job. So actually, on the Wicked thing, do you want to see a video?
Sure.
I
do.
Can I share something? Okay.
I think I know what you're going to share, and hell yeah.
Have you seen it? Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's the charitable season, and I think it's important we all watch this.
Yeah.
I got to see this.
Hunger, starvation, not having food. These are just a few of the many problems that real people face every single day, which is why I'm so encouraged to share with you the story of these poor African children who, without a penny to their names, banded together to raise enough money to feed one of those people in need of nourishment. Ariana Grande.
No.
Lakini sidhani kama kuna mtu yeyote katika kijiji changu amewahi kwenda mbali kama
Wow.
ya Galinda. Hivyo nikatengeneza moja kwa kutumia vijiti, lakini bado inaonekana yenye afya kuliko ile halisi. Labda misaada ya kigeni ipelekwe kwa Miss Grande badala yetu, kwani misaada yetu inamezwa na serikali yetu fisadi. Ndugu wangu amenipa nusu ya chakula chake kwa miaka 5 iliyopita ili nisinyauke kabisa, na bado nikimlinganisha na Ariana, ndugu wangu ni bonge nono.
Now that you've heard from these children, take some time to reflect on the blessings you've been given in your life. Reach deep within yourself, and then do the same thing you always do. Absolutely nothing. Trusting that the compassion you feel for others will be met by the actions of others, such as these children or the U.S. government. This message is brought to you by the Feed Ariana Fund.
There you go. Babylon B.
Babylon B. That was great. No, we were looking at the poor actress who plays Nancy for Stranger Things. Is really,
I saw those pictures.
Yeah, dude.
It looks scary.
No, it's not going to end well, and hopefully she gets some help, because that is not it's not attractive, it's not healthy, and you just got to. There's a disease aspect there. It's just like addiction. It's just like addiction. Nothing but sympathy, because holy shit, it's very bad for you. You know, Karen Carpenter, the Carpenters. You know, that's the first time I remember hearing about anorexia, when she died, when I was like, 13? And she looked like a skeleton. Voice of an angel. Great drummer. All of our parents like their music. I like some of their songs too, Carpenters. Speaking of cheesy 70s music, you saw the Hugh Jackman movie where he is the cover band for Neil Diamond. Is that a good movie?
Dude, it's so good. It's so good. It is. Oh my God. Kate Hudson is amazing. It's funny as hell. It's by the guy who did Hustle and Flow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. Craig Brewer. It's awesome.
So
it's just a really good, solid. It's also, I saw a Q&A with the whole cast actually, including Hugh Jackman and Craig Brewer. It's a true story. There's a documentary about this guy who was a Neil Diamond imperson. You know, he did this whole show with his girlfriend. The documentary is insane. Every main story thing that happens is real. This documentary's been around. It takes place like in the 90s. It's so good. And it's also, Craig mentioned something during the Q&A what I thought was really insightful. He's like, you know, they used to make movies about working class, blue collar, everyday people. And Craig is like from Nashville. So he's really tied into the music scene and just, you know, so this is a celebration of just people that are working class and just, but it's so good. I don't want to say any more. Just, it's a great, you will like this film. It'll be your, what's the movie you love from last year?
Better Man.
A Better Man.
Yeah.
It has those kind of vibes. You got to see it. You got to see it, Gary. Opens Christmas Day. Take Mrs. Nerdrotic.
I will. Neil Diamond, like my mom was into, like when I was a little kid, when I was home, all she fucking listened to was Neil Diamond.
I mean, the songs are so, you're like, these are all bangers, all classics.
Yep.
Hugh Jackman doing
Love on the
Kate
Rocks.
Hudson can sing, and it's just a kind of movie. They don't make this movie anymore. Hollywood doesn't.
He wrote
make this kind of film.
Neil Diamond wrote Daydream Believer from the Monkees.
Ah,
that was written by Neil Diamond. That's right.
Nice.
Coming to America. Remember the jazz singer? Remember that movie that came out?
Yes. Yeah, like just you. Oh, dude.
He would fill arenas with like a bunch of moms. It would be all moms throwing their panties at him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's, you know, it ain't science fiction. It ain't Avatar. It's just a solid kind of movie. They didn't used to make. They did not used to make that type of film, or they used to make that type of film. They don't make them now. And it's so worth it.
Oh,
and you know, you leave with good, you feel good.
Yeah, I totally want to see it. It looks good. It looks fun.
But I really got to find this documentary.
So
apparently the guy who made the doc, you can just buy it directly from him. He burns a DVD.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
you're right, chat. The UK loved Neil Diamond.
Did they?
Oh, they did. Oh, yeah, they did. The UK loves their, like, I don't know, you say cheesy, but man, you know, listen, I'm a music snob, but you can't deny Neil Diamond had some bangers. Had some good songs, man. I would never admit to it when I was a kid, but I can now that I'm an old man.
So the documentary is called Song Sung Blue.
Yes.
Barstool to big screen. It was made in 2008, and I found where to buy it. The trailer's on YouTube for the documentary. So I don't know if we want to watch it, but oh my God, I'm buying it.
We got to watch the 28. Nia DaCosta, director of The Marvels, has directed another movie, Chris.
Yeah, I saw it. It's called Hedda. It's not.
No, it's 28.
Oh, yeah.
Years later, the Bone.
Well, she also made
Temple.
this movie called Hedda.
Yes.
That I saw that Tessa Thompson is in. They're doing
yeah.
Big push for Oscars. You know what? I went to a thing called the Ross House. I saw the movie. There was a reception and a party. Didn't like the film. Not great.
It's not great.
It's not, I don't think it'll get anything, not from me. But you know, what can you say? But I know that she also did this.
Mm-hmm.
Probably won't be up for any Oscars, but This is
No, it comes out in January, right?
Yeah, January 16th.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's watch it. I like these Teletubby kids growing up and sort of feral, creating some weird cult where they all dress alike, kind of like Teletubbies. It's kind of, I don't know. I'm curious for sure.
I'm curious. That's about it. The trailer for the last one was fucking 10 out of 10 trailer, not a 10 out of 10 movie. I liked it, but it wasn't like great. I liked how weird it was, but yeah, I'm not too excited about this one. Yeah, I fucking Walking Dead. I mean, it's just like,
look, I liked Walking Dead. I read the comic.
So
I was addicted to it. I bought the volumes of it, but you know, after the governor and all that, I just got bored.
Yeah, it just got
went on to it got boring. What's this? It's the same thing with Avatar. Like, what is the lore or the thing to the story's not complete?
Well, if it's just a story of that's the problem with Avatar and Walking Dead is the humans suck. Okay, and it's like I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in all the humans suck all the time, and this is just the degradation of our society. And okay, everything super nihilistic, and there's no like. I just lost pretty much around the governor. It was a little further. I think it was like issue 75. I just dipped on The Walking Dead, and I dipped on the show too for the same reason. It's like I hope the zombies win. Fuck everybody in the show.
Yeah, I just didn't care. And then after they got rid of Glenn, I was like, I checked out. I don't care.
Yeah.
It went, I mean, apparently it's still going.
It is.
There's like Daryl is in France or something. What the hell?
You know, it turned me off in the beginning. And he might have changed his stance since then. I haven't checked. But Kirkman came out and said, well, no, we're never going to answer like how the zombies came about.
That's stupid.
And it's like, really? That would be kind of like the thing you move towards, right? Well, like figuring it out. I think he said something about it being like an alien virus later on, but like that, I don't know if that's in the show or not, and nor do I care. Did the Nerdrotic crew discuss one battle after another? I'd love their take. Many times, Mushroom Hill. I have a review on Nerdrotic Daily. Chris has discussed it as well. Alan wrote an article on Film Threat and discussed it in length. And I might do what I did with Amelia Perez right around Oscar time. I will do my full review on it and how much I loathe that movie and think it's completely overrated.
Maybe do a roundup of your take on all the Oscar nominees. So you can do one battle. But But then it would be
because I'm going to do my homework for the show I'm invited on, Chris.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
I appreciate it. No, it'll be great. And you got until March. I'm sure there's a way you can see all of the ones that.
No, I'm glad I did my homework because I saw some really shitty movies and I saw a movie that didn't deserve Best Picture at all. And I saw a couple good ones. So, but yeah. So quick, one woke after another is, I agree with Chris's sentiment completely. It was Paul Thomas Anderson wanting to win some awards, and he checked every box to make sure he wins some awards because he felt a little ignored because they matter to him. Obviously, he with his last movie, which wasn't bad, it wasn't great. I think the guy's largely overrated. I think Boogie Nights is by far his best movie. There Will Be Blood's a really good movie, but I think he's done a lot of really boring, pointless movies too. That the cinephiles love. He's a cinephile darling, Chris. Hollywood loves. Paul Thomas Anderson is jazz, music for musicians. That's what he is. I'm not. I think he's really talented, and that opening shot of Boogie Nights is great.
Oh, so good!
It's so great. But yeah, I think since then he's overrated. And one battle after another does glorify the resistance and Antifa. And let's not forget, it was released within days of an attack on an ICE facility that killed immigrants, that killed some illegal aliens. They meant to kill ICE people, but that's how retarded they are. They did show Antifa being a little retarded in the movie, to be fair. They did. But they also had the pregnant warrior woman, and they had that that weird feminism worship in it. And Leonardo DiCaprio, there was an article that we have to revisit someday and kind of go over the whole thing on a show, Chris, was the emasculation of Hollywood. That article, it's really long, but it's good. It's extensive. And Leonardo DiCaprio is everything that article explains, like just the dumb, ineffectual male. And it's just such a trope in Hollywood now. So that was the most annoying thing to me, was his character.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, it's tour de force. I'm like, how many times does this guy get to play a fucking loser? You know? Like,
by the way, I think we're going to do a Golden Globes watch party on January 11th.
Okay.
One battle after another is nominated for Best Comedy.
It is?
Yeah, Best Comedy in the comedy category. And then also,
and Sean Penn's character was a joke. That was
before you go to Soups. Very ambitious Legion of Memers. Gary Sensei, Getty. Oh my God. There you go. Diarrhea.
I forgot what my name translates into English. I thought it was like.
There you go. Legion of Memers, core member 123. Love it. That's great.
Yeah. So I'm the spear bearer. Gary in English is the spear bearer. I am the bearer of the spear. Damn right, ladies. But in Japan, it's dookie. It's doo-doo. It's caca. Thank you, core member. You son of a bitch. Always having me singing Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi. Is there anything? Oh, Fackham Hall, real quick. Fackham Hall. I'll do a more extensive one. I may have watched it with somebody. I don't think I was allowed to do that, but totally trustworthy. As is like a steel trap. Will never, never fucking say anything. I thought it was funny. I thought it was good fun.
Yes.
It's very much. It was better than Naked Gun.
Yeah,
it was better than Naked Gun. It leans into the Britishness of stuff. So I don't know, like, if every American's going to get some of the jokes. Unless you're
very British.
It's very British, which is what I love about it. I would say the first half of the movie is stronger than the second half, kind of rallies at the end. Lots of visual gags. It's very much like Airplane. They probably showed you a little too much in the trailer, but there is still some stuff that they held back. That's pretty funny. I think I would give it a recommend. Go see it in the theaters. It's just a comedy. No agendas. As a matter of fact, there is some diversity in it. The thing is, they really have no speaking roles, which is kind of funny in itself.
It's so great. They really do get it right. Like, if you've watched a British melodrama, period melodrama, they get it all right. Even the conflicts, they're so typical. You know, who's going to inherit Fackham Hall? You know, Hall, and there are a lot of visual jokes too.
Lots of visual gags.
Signs. There's one character I thought of you. You want to say it?
Yeah. Tolkien's in it. It's not the most complimentary thing, but Tolkien's in it.
Tolkien's in it. Like J.R. He's it's the dumbest running joke.
It is.
Because it's set like, is it like post World War I? Because they mentioned the war.
They mentioned the war. There's that whole. I won't say what the joke is, but that joke, "You saved my life in the war," was pretty fucking good.
Oh, that was so
God,
good.
that was good.
That was so good. It was just so dumb.
Yeah. So
All of
like
it was
you
dumb.
like Az and I were gut laughing through a lot of it. So it was yeah. Yeah, I mean, is it going to be on the top 100 comedies list for Variety? Well, you know what? It might be one of the better comedies of the last 5 years, but that's a low bar.
That
Admittedly
list sucks.
But
That list was terrible.
yeah, if you want to just go have a good laugh, go see it. Comes out December 9th, I think. Comes out in a week.
No, it comes out Friday.
Comes out this Friday?
I thought it was this week, yeah.
Oh yeah, it comes out this weekend. Go see it. Go
And
see
it's shorter than Avatar.
Yeah, it's
An hour and a half?
an hour and a half. It's a perfect
hour and
length
a
for a
half.
comedy, right? I'm not going to say like every joke hits, but there's enough that hit, and it's a lot better than the Naked Gun remake. Like a lot better. And I want to see more movies like this getting made to where it's crass, but it's clever, and they very much tries to be a Zaz movie.
Yeah.
Zucker Abrams Zucker. An airplane movie. Did they leave some jokes on the floor? Yeah, but Draco's in it. Draco Malfoy, and he's great.
Oh, he's great.
Tom Felton is. I love Tom Felton getting work because I think he's like one of the better dudes out there, like a humble dude. Always had JK's back. So seeing him succeed and actually be funny. So it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah,
and Jimmy Carr, his appearance is the best appearance.
Oh,
absolutely.
That joke is so good. Where he's in the church, kind of like it's so good.
Reading the Bible badly, like I read a super chat. It's pretty fucking good. And there are some very based jokes there. Oh, dude, the one that a lot of people are going to miss. I'm not going to be specific because it's a kind of a blink and you miss it. There are the Bechdel sisters.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
From the Bechdel test. It's fucking chef's kiss. It is. And it's a couple of little gags, but when you get them, you'll laugh your ass off if you understand what the Bechdel test is.
Yeah. And there was the line that made me laugh so hard was like, yes, I need my life validated by a man.
Yes.
That was great.
I know.
It was awesome.
A man looked at me. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh God. It's just a good time, especially if you've seen those kind of Jane Austen-y type things.
Yeah. No, it was fun. So I recommend going to. Would you recommend going to see it in the theater, Chris?
Recommend it.
Yes.
Yeah, recommend it.
I give it a recommend.
Yep,
Full disclosure, they gave me a screener because we did that reaction on Real BBC, and then Jimmy Carr shared it. So thanks.
Oh, that's awesome.
I totally had watched it with my friends. So I probably won't be getting any in the future, but I really appreciate it. And thanks for making a good comedy. Thank you. The world needs that. Just a dumb comedy with no fucking agendas. And thank God. So, and Jimmy Carr's got a special coming out too. I'm going to watch it. Dude. Wait. You got to go to Ricky Gervais's Twitter, X-Ray Girl. His ads for his Dutch bar and shit.
I love it.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
and I don't know how many of them are real, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super shilling. I'm a shill. It's an absolute triumph.
It's just a good, solid comedy.
Listen, if I got a screener and I didn't like it, I wouldn't talk about it. I'd tell you it sucked if you asked me directly. No. Go to Ricky Gervais's Twitter.
I'm looking now.
Ricky Gervais's Twitter.
It is.
Yeah, scroll up to where he has posted stuff, not retweeted, about his Dutch Barn ads.
Yeah, welcome to London. Don't forget your stab vest.
Yeah, that's it's you'll see in the tube, you'll see the ad and him holding up the drink of the Dutch Barn.
Oh my God. What has happened to him?
Yes. Welcome to London. Don't forget your stab vest.
Yeah. If you don't like dogs, you can fuck off.
You can fuck off. Dude. Dutch barn. Dutch oven. Stop it, chat. Good stuff. He's got a special coming out soon, too. Hail Ricky Gervais. Let's get to the soups. What do you got coming up on Hollywood on the Rocks today, pal?
We are looking at a memo from Jeffrey Katzenberg from 1991 about what's wrong with Disney. And it's chilling because he might as well be talking in 2025.
I remember this.
So someone sent me this memo. We're not going to read the whole thing. It's long. I can send it to you too. It's he just talks about what's wrong with the Disney Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Think of where they were in 91. They were just kind of trying to turn things around.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you might as well apply it to today.
To today.
So we're going to detailed go through that memo.
Good.
Give the highlights. That's our show. And then if I can share, we are doing Funeral for a Franchise Star Trek edition. We're doing it on Wednesday, December 17th, right after the nooner. And we're going to get people like Drinker and Robert Meyer Burnett, and even fans can send in their Star Trek eulogy. Just you can post your video on YouTube or X or Instagram. Use the hashtag Star Trek is dead or Star Trek funeral. And we'll collect, using the hashtags, we'll collect the best ones so you can participate, and we'll look at fan eulogies. We'll have people on like yourself, and Drinker and whoever else I can get. Maybe I'll ask Az. I don't know. See if you can record one. You don't have to do it. You can record a eulogy and we'll play it. I asked the guys from Red Letter Media, by the way. I asked Red Letter Media, you want to come on? Because they made fun of our Star Wars funeral.
Yes.
So I said, hey, do you want to come on? We're doing a Star Trek funeral Wednesday, December 17th. I don't think they'll mind if I read this. It's a DM. They said every day is a Star Trek funeral for me. So that was their reply to my invitation. But that's cool. But we'll get a lot of people to come on and have a proper goodbye to the franchise, like we did with Star Wars.
Yep.
So that's coming on Wednesday, December 17th. And we're gonna go at least 6 hours.
Yeah, chat says you're not a celebrity, so they won't. Well, Chris is a celebrity. Bit of a celebrity.
What do you mean I'm not a celebrity?
But
for Red Letter Media.
Yeah, it's Red Letter Media.
Whatever. I mean, they've mentioned Film Threat on at least 3 or more occasions that I'm aware of.
I doubt they're fond of this channel, but I like a lot of what they do. I disagree with a lot of what they do too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like when they sort of go after other channels to distance, even though they have the same opinion. So they literally have the same opinion as you, Gary, but try to distance them.
Of course.
Say, well, these channels are saying this, but we agree and say the same thing. It's kind of weird, but I still like them.
We're not sponsor or Hollywood friendly. Oh, well. Oh, well. I can't wait. And now I have to prepare something. I have to dig up that ending I have, which is going to be which will end up being on the Picard review someday that I did the full edit job on and everything. And it's my little goodbye to Star Trek.
Show part of it during the funeral, but
I will.
I have a priest outfit and I have a red shirt. Alan is going to dress as straight Sulu. She's going to be straight Sulu.
Hey, let's keep in mind, George Takei himself said Sulu was straight in Star Trek.
Yes. He was straight in the show. Why do they as a tribute, J.J. Abrams made him gay? It's I fucking hate that shit.
I love how William Shatner refers to George Takei as the day player.
The day player.
The day player. Because he was. That's what he was. Yeah. I'm blocked by William Shatner, by the way. Still, it's okay.
Why?
Don't know. It's probably, I think it had something to do with me being retweeted by somebody. I'm not mad at that. I don't care. He is still my captain. He is still my captain. Love Shatner. Yeah. Absolutely love that man.
He's the only good thing left about Star Trek is the fact that he continues to exist.
Well, real quick, before we get to this new Star Trek movie, what could they possibly, they have to move forward, Chris.
Yeah.
They can't do another fucking prequel. They have to move forward. Or worse, do they reboot the whole thing?
I don't know, man. I kind of look, the Star Trek 09 was fine. It was fun. It was, wasn't really Star Trek. It wasn't like anything science fiction at all. I like the way they brought in Spock, I was like, okay, you could make something better next, something even cheaper and more like
they destroyed Romulus and Vulcan though.
In one movie, take out that kind of bugged me. But
otherwise it'd be fine if it was in an alternate universe. So
it's an alternate universe. So I'll take it, whatever. Romulus. Yeah. But, I don't care. That Starfleet Academy is just, is it even the skin of Star Trek? It has the branding.
Yeah.
But it's awful.
Well, I think if Ellison really wants to, he's got to make the bold move of there's the Kelvin timeline and there's also the Kurtzman timeline. Those have nothing to do with Core Trek, which ended with Enterprise in 2005. If you come out and say that, I think it goes a long way to fixing things. They'll never do it. That would be like somebody coming back with Doctor Who and going, you know what? Everything after Capaldi is done. Does not count. But that's what you would need to do, and they won't do it. They just won't do it. And generation, they're losing generations anyway. The studios aren't going to care. The fans aren't going to care anymore, and they're going to go move on to destroy anime, manga, and video games, which they're well on their way to do. Yeah. Cardinal for $20 says, "Hail to the Nooner. Hey, Gary, I know you've been on Pop Culture Crisis. I have not. We tried to get on, and it was during Comic-Con. It was a couple years ago. But I would love to go back on that show because I love Brett. Brett was the guy I talked when I went over to Tim Pool to do that show. Brett was the guy I talked to the most. Great guy. So
Brett's going to be on Versus.
There you go.
I DM'd
do you think it's about time to have Brett Desovic on FNT? Yeah, but I think they have a show right around the same time, but we can get him on. We'll figure it out. Seeing his show is off this week. Maybe X-Ray could reach out to him on Friday. Let's see if he might be on vacation. He just got married. Oh, he's early days. Good. Yeah. Reach out to Brett. Let's get Brett on. That'd be great. Okay. And he's going to be on Versus when?
I don't know. He also said we do a show during the same time. So I'll probably have him on during the holidays.
Yeah. Reach out to Brett, see if he'll come on. I love Brett.
Yeah.
Good dude. There's a lot of good dudes at Tim's compound. Some nice people.
Yeah.
Mark of Reality for 20 says, comparing California to Florida, keep in mind that we have a budget surplus with no taxes. Great point. We have property taxes with a built-in discount, and we're trying to eliminate it. Sales taxes, but all kinds of exemptions and tax holidays, etc. Yes. Yeah, the knock on Texas is the property tax here is a little whack. Now, it's not that whack to me because I'm coming from California, but, maybe that's what Texas hopes for. They really do need to fix their property tax here. It's ridiculous. But all taxes. Gregory Brown on the Streamlabs side for $100.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Gregory, Merry Christmas to you. It's the holidays. I'm in the holiday mood. I love Christmas. It just makes me happy. I got my little Christmas tree right here. We're decorated now. We're ready to go. And it's our 2 weeks a year where we can light a fire in our fireplace. As a matter of fact, the wood we had for our first fire, Chris, was in there from last year, and we just never moved it. So, and it was really dry, so it went out quick. But yeah, that was nice.
You probably can't see here, but my Galactus popcorn bucket has a Santa hat.
Oh, it does.
In the background.
There you go. You're ready for Christmas. You are ready for Christmas.
So I decorated.
Chris Gormis.
Yeah.
There we go. Right. Easy Gamer 8974 for 20. Thank you. Says the worst people: Newsom, Macron, Trudeau, Merkel, Zuckerberg, Chelsea Clinton, Buttigieg, and Ardern from New Zealand were all part of the WEF Young Global Leaders Program and mentioned by Klaus Schwab. Anyone seeing a pattern here? Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They get chosen. We have the illusion of choice. We have the illusion of choice. That's why generally I don't like politicians. At all.
Yeah.
At all. Not a fan. Except for Brandon Herrera. He's going to win. Texas 23, vote for Brandon Herrera from Unsub. Wednesdays without a Chris Nooner is a bad week, says Matthew Hammond. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. The infamous El Guapo for 777. Really looking forward to this one. And I mean this bi-monthly stream of dad rants. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, gentlemen and lady. God bless what you do, and we appreciate it. Can't wait for your book to arrive, Gary, and shirt so I can represent. Hail. Yeah, so there was a misprint on the COAs. You saw that, Chris, right?
No,
yeah. So it says Nerdrotic. It says we boomered the COAs, so you're going to be getting new ones in the mail. It will be fixed, and that's for the signed copies and stuff. Oopsies, but kind of on brand a little bit. John Thomas 2485 for $10. Chris watched underappreciated Lady Hawk again last weekend. Noticed when Navarre throws his sword through the bishop, the end glows red hot from his unholy pact. Going back to Lady Hawk here. I haven't seen Lady Hawk. When's the last time you saw Lady Hawk, Chris?
Oh God, when it first came out.
It's been a minute. Good movie though. Good movie. Hey guys, a year ago I shared that my channel reached 1,000 subs. Now I'm close to 3,000. I wanted to ask our short film contest worth it? Thanks for what you do. Stay awesome and Merry Christmas. Short film contest. Oh, like you doing a contest for short films? Are they worth it? It depends. It's a lot of work. Are short film contests worth it, Chris?
Honestly, I don't know. Film festivals, I think, are worth it if you attend it in person. But contests, what do you win? You know, what do you win? What do you get for your fee? There's a lot of script contests tend to be scams, so stay away from those.
Well,
but yeah, I say film festivals are probably more worth it, honestly.
Yeah. And if you're doing it through, anyone see Beast of War? I enjoyed it. I have not. Have you seen it?
No, I have not.
Beast of War. I'm looking it up now. Came out 2025. It's got a big shark on it. No, don't know. I'm glad you enjoyed it though. We'll have to look into that. We'll have to look at. Is this the gayest nooner ever? Asked Robert Hayes. Yes.
100%.
Always. Hashtag Chris Gore for governor. Make California great again. There you go.
I've got
Axel
better
Foley.
hair than Gavin. Fuck that guy.
You should run for governor, Chris.
I mean, I don't want to, there's got to be an option that is someone that's accountable and someone committed to solving problems and making life better for everybody. That whole typical thing of pitting people against each other, racially dividing people, it's an old strategy. It's, the first Zootopia movie was about that. A corrupt politician dividing different types of animals.
Is that what
kind of based? Yeah, the first movie. It's very based.
Did you see the second one?
I did. The mayor character has a return in the second one. It's fine. It's Zootopia 2 is fine.
Yeah.
Not bad. It's sort of like back to basics. Let's make a movie that kids will love. So it's back to basics.
ARG, another name for $9.99. 77% of Nashville voted for Afton Ben, the I Hate Nashville Democrat. So many Democrats are self-loathing. Yes.
Yeah, I heard clips from her. She's an idiot. She is like an idiot Karen. I'm gonna get coffee, but I'll be right back. But anyways, I know about this person. She's a moron.
Well, we have a fucking moron sheriff here. We have an idiot sheriff here. Zodlander for 50 Swedish krona says, hey, Chris, in my opinion, Teletubbies are just hollow-eyed, soulless creatures that eat the souls of the viewers. Protect your kids.
I love that. I love it.
There's a Buffy Angel. There's a Buffy or Angel episode about that. A Buffy Angel episode about that. We've gone beyond double speak, bypassed triple speak, and reached pure gobbledygook. Says ARG, another name for $9.99. Yes, and you'll get a lot of it with Gavin Newsom. Hi, my name is Diarrhea Beekler. Says Axel Foley for $2 Australian dollars. Snacks for $2 says, naming your kid Gary in Japan really backfired. Oh. Joshua Curtis for $5 on the Streamlabs side. Hello, Fellowship, Gary, Chris, and X-Ray Girl. Merry Christmas. I just turned 50 on the 25th, and I am a huge Wolverine fan. I grew up with the Frank Miller and Chris Claremont book, which is fucking fantastic. Suggestions on where to start and rebuild my collection for Wolverine? Thank you for all you do. The Wolverine series is pretty good. I would start there. But one of my favorite Wolverine stories is by Mark Miller and John Romita Jr. called Enemy of the State. Big fan of Enemy of the State. As a Californian, I can't understand how people don't see Gavin is literally a cartoon politician villain. This fake tough guy act is cringe. I'm certain the Dems will lose if he runs for president. It's kind of too early. And if this is their guy, they're in trouble. The Skeleton King, thank you for $10. Gary, you should watch Rental Family this weekend with the whole fam. It's a great movie. I shed a tear. It got me. And you should try to get a rental friend to show you around. Get a rental friend to show you around. So Rental Family. I've heard of it. Thank you for the $9.99. You mean, is this Jerry Newsom?
Yeah, I think so.
Jerry Newsom. There you go. Thanks, Axel Foley. He's California Psycho to me. Cynthia Erivo looks like Nosferatu. Ariana Grande looks like Mia Farrow at the end of Rosemary's Baby. I don't know what's going on, but Satan seems to be involved. It certainly looks that way. I would love to think that this is some kind of, act for marketing, but it's not. To the point where they had to dial it back a little bit. Thank you for the $10. Lyman Day Coconut. Yamada for 100 yen. Today I discovered so many hidden permission apps with most basic functionality take. Holy shit, it's true. Privacy doesn't exist. Fuck, I am depressed. Yeah, there is no privacy. It does not exist. I think the key to this point is just not care or be really boring. Stockholm Syndrome is now Newsom Syndrome. We could rename it. Thank you, Sec. Good to have you back in this Chris. Says realistic delinquent. So glad my wife and I moved our kids out of California to Wisconsin. Newsom isn't my governor anymore. No. Wisconsin's nice. In the spring.
Lots of snow.
There's lots of snow right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we looked out at the ring through our front door. And it's piling up. NTR Uncle for $5. Nothing made me more right-wing than living in the devil's armpit, a.k.a. LA County. Not Trump, not Tucker, not Catboy Fuentes, but California. Beardo fat. Poor Beardo catching.
I would agree with that. And Rental Family is really good.
It is? Okay.
I saw it. Rental Family, just solid, good drama.
Oh, you're looking for that question? I thought you skipped it.
Oh,
Brendan Fraser is excellent.
The one that was up here?
Yeah, here it is.
So what's our favorite Christmas song?
Oh my God. I've been listening to the Vince Guaraldi Peanuts soundtrack. That's, skating, that's a great track from that. The Vince Guaraldi trio, Peanuts. That music feels like Christmas to me. It's just, little jazz band, 3 instruments that create an iconic Christmas.
But what's
special.
your favorite song? What's your song that when you play it, it's Christmas. It's officially Christmas.
Mariah Carey.
No.
Yes.
No, that's the worst. Yes. No, White Christmas. Go White Christmas.
Elvis, baby.
A
blue Christmas without you.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great one.
But I think the best Christmas song for this year is by the Vandals. And it's called My First Christmas as a Woman. I think it's appropriate for our times. Chop it off.
Song?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Shit.
I'll share it on Twitter.
Oh my God.
Chop it off. Some people know who I'm talking about. Yeah, the Vandals did a whole Christmas album, Oi to the World.
Wow.
Used to play at my shop all the time. Oh my God, my employees would get sick of my Christmas mix. Back when you had to make your own mixes, right? Not Spotify making one for you. So really, Mariah Carey's your favorite?
Gets me in the mood. It's just exciting.
The only place I like it is Love Actually, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. Love Actually is great. What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Elf.
It's a Wonderful Life. Elf is great.
I love Elf.
Actually, if you watch Elf now, it's super based. There's some really politically incorrect humor in it.
Yes.
Which I love.
Die Hard.
Yeah. Don't start this now, Gary. Don't start this.
Oh, dude, it's the argument that will never be settled, and it starts every Christmas and ultimately it doesn't matter. It's just about the argument. It's not one you're going to win with some people ever.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we will be fighting about it on FNT until the end. Shad lost his freaking mind last Friday and wouldn't shut the fuck up about it, to be honest with you. But Ryan's right. Like Jeremy rotates the same 3 arguments over and over again and just sticks with it. And that's why I respect him. Okay. When you have an argument, you stick with it. Logic be damned. Logic be damned. But let's keep in mind here. Let me double check this. Let's go. Let's go right now. release date. What was the other one? God. I'm trying to think of the Christmas movie that was. Oh, wait. Hang on. Date. No. God dang it.
Are you like thinking about a movie that released on actual Christmas Day?
No, there's it's not White Christmas. It is, I can't remember it now, but one of the biggest Christmas movies was released in January.
Oh, chat. Do you guys know?
I can't remember which one it was though. I can't remember which one. But as far as Die Hard is concerned, what settles it for me and will always settle it for me is when I worked at the warehouse, Chris. When I worked at, you remember where? The warehouse. Warehouse Records.
I love that place.
Yeah.
I love that place.
Die Hard was in our Christmas section. Die Hard was in Blockbuster's Christmas section. Always. And we had this argument prior to the internet. So, and it'll never be answered. And that's the beauty of it. Just think of government as the biggest, most terrible corporation ever. That's what I do. Pat J. Reed. That's the mind-boggling thing from like the Hassan types where they'll bitch about corporation and like bitch about corporation all you want. That's fine. But doing it in the sense of socialism and saying, well, things will be so much better with a centralized government lording over us that's completely unaccountable. It's not even a consistent argument. The old people grew up in the best economic time. The young people need to help starting families and owning houses now. Yeah. I mean, it's a very nuanced argument that cannot be settled easily. We can all say, well, just get a job and work your ass off, which is what I did, because let's keep in mind, I went from living under a bush in front of a fucking Long John Silver's to becoming a homeowner, but it took decades. It took a lot of work, a lot of fucking work. But there's also the reality of they don't make homes that are affordable anymore. And it gets now. I think the Trump administration wanted to do something where you would have to divulge, like if a trust buys a house, you have to. The whole point of a trust buying a house is so the owner is anonymous, right? They actually recommend that, like that's what movie stars do and content creators. So because it keeps your name off the record, because when you sell a house, blah blah blah. But also what's hiding behind these trusts is corporations and maybe foreign governments. So I think there's a proposal out there to basically let you know who the trust is, who's buying a house to keep it from being bought up because BlackRock was buying houses. They were buying tons of houses, and that was inflating the price too. But I don't know how you fix it. I don't know. Hayden Wayne for $20. Carol of the Bells is the best Christmas song. It's epic. From the orchestral to the rock covers, the song is just powerful and always great to listen to this time of year. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Hail, Hayden Wayne. Avatar is gayer than AIDS, says JC Hero of Canton for $2. And you're saying the third one is the weakest, Chris.
It's the weakest. I said it was my third favorite. It was a joke. I think people that don't follow me, they don't get, I'm really, really looking forward to this one. That's every movie. It's a joke. It's, what am I'm not going to say anything.
That's okay.
It's again, coming from me who liked the first Avatar, enjoyed part 2. This was a disappointment.
Yeah, I've never liked it.
You'll hate this one.
Yeah, I don't like that all the humans are bad. And I can acknowledge the spectacle and the great special effects, but just the design of the Na'vi I don't think it's a very good design at all.
Yeah.
You don't see any like channels dedicated to breaking down Avatar lore.
Because there isn't. That's my biggest complaint about part 3. What's the lore? What's the bigger story being told in the universe? Earth dying. There's got to be big stakes, like something. Earth is going through a cataclysm and they have to relocate, or humans will die. There's not any. It's just. It feels very small.
Yeah.
The story feels very small.
It's very simplistic, and you would just think something that big would have, and what I mean by like channels breaking down lore is that shows an enthusiasm. Like there are still a lot of channels breaking down A Song of Ice and Fire lore, like to this day. There's channels doing Dune lore to this day.
Yeah,
newer stuff. There's channels popping up now for Pluribus, right? Like breaking down what's going on there. Severance has channels where people are discussing. I mean, while they're not huge, they're there, and there's an interest in it, and we don't see that with Avatar. We don't.
Yes.
Just got my copy of Waiting for Nerdrotic. Christmas came early. Looking forward to reading it. Hail to the Fellowship. The Dirty 251 for $19.99. Thank you. Let me know what you think. Be honest. Story of Your Life was 1 out of 10. Do not recommend. It sucks. I don't recommend The Story of My Life, by the way. I've been around for about a year now. Call me Net. Hi, Net. So Net Steeler, we're just going to call him Net. Or you could call me Al. That's a song. Eric K. Mod for $5 says, Avatar 3. She has the baby, but it is a girl baby, so it can kick the ass of everyone else. Yeah, so she gives birth to a girl boss on the battlefield. Yes. Gresham was pregnant woman in battle. She gave birth to Conan during one. Gresham. That's Conan, though. We need politicians like Cassius Marcellus Clay. We have some. A part of me wonders if the producers made Nancy anorexic to keep her looking the same age because it stunts growth and aging. Oh, does it? Well, she's always like, she was the older sister anyway, so her looking a little older kind of works. But two guys fighting over her is a little harder to believe. Just saying. Saving Silverman got me into Neil's music. That's right. Axel Foley for $5 Australian. I know I've said Fackham Hall doesn't come out in Australia until February 19th, but I'm still pissed about it. Yeah, you guys got done wrong, but considering shit, it might be on streaming by the time it gets released. You never know. Yeah. You never know. You never know. This guy for 5 Canadian pesos says, Gary, got your book. Awesome. Great read and inspiring. Recommend to all my friends. Got number 11 on the list. Like Superman, couldn't crack the top 10. 11 is good. I'll take 11. Watch Death Note, and the crazy part is it literally has Donald Trump in the end buying a Death Note. Does it? Or is it a character like Donald Trump? I don't know. Marcelo for $6.99 Canadian pesos. Feel like Trudeau is dating Miss Astronaut just to stay relevant. His narcissism requires Canadians to be reminded of him every month or so to rub it in. Yeah, that's a match made in hell right there. Castro Jr. with Katy Perry, who is, I believe, approaching the wall. I think you mean Smile Time from the Angel series. Yes, Smile Time. Yes, Smile Time. But there's, I was mixing it up with, there's also Mr. Chuckle Teeth with an X-Files episode too. That was really good. But Smile Time is awesome. Arg, another name for $4.99. The Dems are considering, written by Ben Edlin, by the way, of The Tick. The Dems are considering running Newsom because they think Clinton and Harris lost because they are women, not because they are transparently evil. They do believe that. They have convinced themselves that America isn't ready for a woman. Yes, it's fine, just not that woman. Arg, another name for $4.99. The best Christmas song is the R-Word song from the Real BBC 2 weeks ago. There you go. Did Chris give his thoughts on Stranger Things 5 yet? He has not seen it.
But I gave you my thoughts on Stranger Things. I like the first season a lot. But yeah, the Barb thing, I still think makes no sense. Like one kid goes missing
and they acknowledged that, and they tried to fix it in season 2, which again showed that they didn't really have this thing planned out.
Right.
And a bigger conversation could be had. Like, this is, again, a huge show that a lot of people are watching. It's a massive success. So not saying it's a flop in any way, shape, or form, but it's ending now. It took 10 years, and I actually like their release schedule. I'm not a fan of splitting up seasons, but if you're going to do like a chunk on each holiday, I think that's kind of smart. The thing is, those first 4 episodes were nothing. Absolutely nothing. If you look at the grand scheme where they ended with season 4, and then they did a time jump, and at the end of season 4, the like Hawkins was cracking open, Chris. It was cracking open. Like everything from the Upside Down was start to come out, and then they just didn't come out, and they covered it up with metal plates. It's kind of silly. Hot take. Blackest Night sucks. The ending is so lame, says Yamada for 40 yen. The problem with a lot of events, I've said this on previous streams in comics, especially in modern times, where there's great ideas and they begin like brilliant, and they always have disappointing endings because of the writers would say constraints with canon, which is true, but it also builds something up so much that it can't help from being a disappointment. I'm fine with Blackest Night, but like a lot of people were disappointed with the end of Avengers versus X-Men, Civil War, was it? God, I'm blanking on. The only one that people really liked was Final Crisis. People were disappointed. Identity Crisis. People were disappointed. But God, I'm blanking it now. The only one people really liked was, God, I'm brain farting today. Read a super chat. I got to look this up real quick.
Okay. JC Hero of Canton for 2 says Chris has 0 to do with Avatar being gay.
What?
That's good.
What?
I guess. I don't know.
It's true. I have 0 to do with it.
Yeah. One Armed Wolf 89 for 5 says, hello, Gary X-Ray Girl and the one and only Chris Gore. I'm just sitting around the house with the dogs having a few beers. Hail the fellowship. Hail to you.
Hail. Yeah, I don't know. I'm total brain fart. I recommend this thing all the time. Annihilation was the only one people were happy with beginning to end. Everybody had a problem. I don't know. Blackest Night was pretty popular in my store, though. That wasn't one of the ones that people were bitching about the end too much. That was not one of the ones. Travis Webb sent has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships for $25. Thank you very much. Zodlander says, I never liked any of the Avatar movies. I have one functional eye since birth, so 3D is wasted on me, and the story is not a draw for me. The story is just so bland. There you go. Yeah, 3D doesn't really work on, it gets kind of old for me. But the 3D was impressive for Avatar. Not impressive for pretty much every other movie that 3D craze that we went through after Avatar came out. Shad makes us Mormons look bad with his dumb views on Twilight and Christmas movies. Like Mitt Romney, he needs to repent, and he never will. It has Donald Trump as president. Death Note. Oh, so he's in it. Really? I did not know that. Hale, got my book. Excited to hear the audiobook, which I'll be working on once I get back from Arizona. You were my top YouTuber this year in my YouTube recap. Oh, cheers. Thanks for getting me through work this year. You are welcome, and thanks for watching. White chocolate. Thank you very much. The Fellowship. It's passed around the cup and donated here. That's awesome. What is a better three-way? Jeremy Beardo and Steph, or Gary, Chris, and X-Ray Girl? It depends on you. Depends on the viewer, how much enjoyment you get out of the three-way. I mean, like, we can only perform, you know. Hi, hail Gary, X-Ray Girl, and Chris Gore. What are your thoughts about the new Stargate series?
I haven't watched it.
You're muted, Chris. Still muted, Chris.
Haven't watched it.
Yes. We are bad nerds. I'm going to have to watch it and then give you my thoughts, but it'll probably be the same for anything. You don't want anything remade or brought back in this era, even if it's the original people. Hope for the best, expect the worst. Newsom campaign, Botox for everyone, and hot real estate deregulation. Hail Gary, Chris, and X-Ray. You see Sisu yet? I haven't. Have you seen Sisu 2, Chris?
I haven't seen Sisu 2. Alan and I collectively are seeing so many movies that make your head spin. I mean, it's kind of out of control. That's why I didn't watch Stranger Things, but I was so happy that Stranger Things turned out to be shit. And everyone did not like. I don't think anybody liked it. I haven't heard of
some people are liking it.
Anyone.
Some people are fine with it. I mean, the thing is, it still has like interesting characters that you want to follow. I think Ryan was fine with it. Ryan didn't watch it forever. Now he's the show's biggest fan.
Well, it's sort of like The Boys. Like, I don't like where The Boys has gone, but the final season's coming up, and I love the characters. You know, I love all the characters. I love. They're just in a shitty show. The show is devolved. But so I will watch The Boys to kind of complete that. But yeah.
Begrudgingly,
I will watch it.
Yeah.
When the new The Boys comes out.
When's
but
that
I
coming
love
out?
those characters.
I think
I
it's
don't know.
next year sometime. I saw
2026. That's all they said. They moved back a couple of things. They've moved back Lanterns and Daredevil, apparently. Daredevil was supposed to come out in March, and they moved that back for some reason. Not really sure why. Not sure why. Stop phone. Jesus Christ. Newsom, Pritzker, Hochul, and Walsh are amazing examples of just how corrupt our politics are at the state level. And it's a rot that I'm not sure can be fixed in generations. Instead of fixing California's problem, Newsom bribes the crooks and immigrants with cash assistance, cash he doesn't even have. Yep. Remember, California had this massive surplus.
Oh,
remember that? Not just a few short years ago, massive surplus, and it's all gone.
yeah. The greedy Gavin. New Scum is pretty good, but he needs a couple more nicknames. New Scum. I mean, but I really hope that Tim Walz goes down because of that scandal. And Newsom's, I don't know, but like, if not Newsom, who, Gary, who is going to run, for president? I don't know.
Stephen A. Smith.
That is the dumbest. I've watched him. That is the stupidest idea. Some sportscaster that talks shit is going to be president. Fuck that. He will be a tool. He has bad sports takes. much less political takes. Fuck that guy.
Arizona's full. Move to Texas, says Radicalize. Says brother
Rudlock.
I'm sure a lot of Arizonans would agree. Chris, when does Avatar become the last Airbender? VJ Vigilant.
Not in this movie. I was disappointed.
Beetle Johnson says, Merry Christmas. Watch Batman Returns. I will. I plan to. I absolutely plan to. Have you seen the trailer for Statham's Shelter? We could, before we go, we could wrap it up with that. I'm guessing it's Jason Statham fighting bad guys, which is all we need, to be honest with you. Beekeeper 2 just finished filming. I can't believe that got a sequel. Here we go. Shelter.
Does the name Michael Mason ring any bells?
Mason isn't just an assassin. He's a precision instrument. He was one of the first of elite operatives.
Then what happened?
I bring you supplies week after week, yet you never leave here. Why is that? Most people just say thank you.
Don't ever come up here again.
This is the calm.
To be fair, that's how I am with DoorDash. I do the same thing.
Don't ever come here again.
What's happening?
Don't make a sound. Don't come out until I come for you.
Weapons free. Kill target on sight.
Alpha team, come in.
They're all gone.
Who is that? Who are these guys?
I'm up the reservation. Big baggage. You need to throw everything you've got at him.
Are they going to arrest you?
It's not the police I'm worried about. The people that are doing this broke the only rule that matters, did they?
His profile's been altered.
Our target is not who we thought. I want him taken in alive.
I need a way out for her. She's just a kid who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Come on! Look at you. No country, no badge. You're gone. Not gone. Unshackled.
It looks like Jason Statham movie.
Every typical one.
A former elite military guy who was wronged by his country and is off on his own. Runs into a little girl who outs his location. And a government needs to kill him to cover up their secrets.
Yeah, every movie is the same.
And I'm here for it. I'm down. Let's go.
Yeah, that movie is the same every time, but I like that movie.
Yes.
You know, I like that movie. So I'll go see the new one, whatever it's called.
Hell yeah. I wish we need another transporter. The first transporter fucking rules. Yeah, he's the beekeeper now. That was that whole thing of we have like basically, you know, just working class jobs being the title for an assassin, like the accountant, the beekeeper, the bricklayer, the drywaller,
the window cleaner.
The window cleaner. They had a window cleaner one. They did with Daisy Ridley.
Oh, the cleaner. That was so dumb. It actually was real. I can't believe it.
Oh my God. The gardener. Yep.
The Gardener, that was a real one. I saw that movie.
Yes.
It's terrible. That movie sucked.
I didn't see The Gardener.
It's laughable. It's like it's first of all, it's real, but it's like a parody of those kind of movies. But it is real.
They should do. Somebody said The Carpenter. Jesus, they should totally do a modern action movie where Jesus comes back. He's the carpenter. The pool boy. Well, there's the cable guy. There probably is the trash man. There's so much.
They're running out of blue collar jobs.
They are. They are. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna hit the road to Arizona. Arizona for Quest for Ancient Civilizations with Randall fucking Carlson. I can't wait. That's gonna be awesome. Get to see Randall. Identity and Final Crisis were better than Blackest Night, says Yamada. I'll respect your opinion. I liked Identity Crisis more than I liked Final Crisis, for sure. But as with all sprawling crossover events from the mid-2000s, they were all weighted down by being sprawling crossovers. The YouTuber. That would be
the YouTuber.
Yes, please.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Yes. Do it.
Made one video too many. Got a little too close.
Dude, you could do Gary, you could do that. The YouTuber.
The YouTuber. Like, share, and die.
Yes. Someone could do an AI trailer with you, and then Jeremy's in it. The whole cast of FNT and extended people too. The YouTuber.
Hit that like button if you like vengeance.
And then Beardo is in it, but you learn that it's really pronounced Bear Doe. That's not a good joke.
You tried though.
Why
you
I
know.
didn't write. Yeah. I was just trying to do a joke at Beardo's expense.
We should do the influencer, TikToker versus YouTuber versus Twitcher.
The influencer.
Dude. Yeah, you could have like it's an organization. It's YouTubers versus TikTokers versus Instagram.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh.
Shorts versus long form. Schlurpo. All right, what do you got coming up, Chris?
Hollywood on the Rocks with Alan Ing in a little over an hour, and join us for fun shit. It's gonna be a good show.
All right, what about you, X-Ray Girl?
If I survive poor choices tonight, we'll see if my voice holds. So yeah, and FNT.
Drink tea. Drink teas. How did you get drunk in Egypt? What alcohol did they sell?
Oh, the cheapest vodka and whiskey possible. Like it was like $1 per drink to buy it. It was so cheap.
Oh my God.
A whiskey bottle was like $5.
What was the name of that liquor store again?
Drinky.
Drinky.
Of course it was.
Yes, there was a liquor store called Drinky. And all the girls got their booze, right? And then they had their little booze rooms. Because you're not.
We're not supposed to drink in public.
Yeah.
Because it's
really?
country.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the girls held their liquor. Boys, on the other hand. What happens in Egypt stays in Egypt.
Yeah,
maybe?
I guess so. Cool.
Wow.
All right. So yeah, I'm hitting the road. So I'll see you on FNT. Got videos to work on. If we get there's rumors of trailers coming out this weekend. I don't know if they're true.
Do we want to check with someone?
Yeah. Check with somebody
right now.
Check with somebody. I heard again, this is from like a bunch of accounts that are based in Asia. So it's probably not true, but that we might get a Supergirl trailer soon. a Doomsday. I know we're getting a Doomsday trailer, at least with Avatar, right? But it might be sooner. Could be sooner. Yeah.
Null Face for $1.99 says, take a shot whenever Trump says Tesla.
Does he say Tesla a lot?
It sounds like something Shad would say.
Yeah. Is that like a Tesla? This is what I wore to work all the time when I work for Tesla.
That hat. Nice.
Yes. Well, because it was like cold in the parts department all the time. All the time. Are we still waiting to hear from our friend? Gary,
yeah. I just sent him a note just now.
Do your best to sell Randall on fasting if we want decades more of Randall stories. Cyber Chud, I would love to do that, but I'm not going to walk up to Randall Carlson when we have our first real because we've met, but we have our first real conversation. Go, Randall, you're fat, and I want you to live longer. I mean, I can't do that.
Don't go up with unsolicited.
You know what I'll do
advice.
is I will work my way up to that. How's that sound? Because we do want Randall around for a long time. The Californian. Yeah, Matthew Hammond says the Californian. Is it Gary or Gavin? There you go.
Well, the Californian should be about a Californian is fed up. They made that movie. It's called Falling Down.
Yes, that's true.
That movie, but more and more you watch that movie, you're like, oh, I kind of get how he feels. You know, he's like the anti-hero, but just fed up with shit. Fed up with shit.
All right. I'm going to talk slowly to see if we will get a response from our friend.
I just got a response. He says, don't know about that.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
So yeah.
There you go.
So
all right.
That's the answer.
The Twitcher. That's good. Late super chat. Good day and hail. Hail to you. Thank you for the $5 Australian. Snacks, thank you for the $2. So, Lord Gary, are you down with Death Note? I will check out. Many people have told me to watch Death Note. I like the idea of it a lot. I like the concept. I could see myself watching Death Note.
Yeah.
All right. This will be on Nerdrotic Live in a little bit. We'll see you Friday. Which is better, nerderia or diurotic? I like diurotic better, to be honest.
Diurotic?
Bruce Leroy Jones.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
That was some thought right there.
But that's weird that I randomly this culture channel, Gary. That's a word. That's a bad
that is
word
weird
in Japan.
That is very weird.
You got to play that up when you go on the trip.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll be hello, my name is Getty. I'll say it exactly like they say it.
Exactly like the diarrhea pronunciation.
You should just have a name tag with the poop emoji.
Yep. That's not really diarrhea, though.
Are you going to do a video of your trip? You should do a video of the trip.
Yeah, we're going to be doing videos. I mean, we're late on the Peru one, but we have tons of footage that's being put together for Egypt, and we will be documenting. Like, it'll be a lot easier to document Japan because the internet's better there. It's civilization, so that'll be fun.
No, but like an edited video of Nerdrotic travels or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Matthew Hammond says, film threat. Film has never been so deadly. And Yamada, in Final Crisis, stuff happened that had some consequences, like Batman was gone. But in Blackest Night, everything went to square one where it started. Yeah. It's been a minute since I read Blackest Night. I'm not a huge fan of big crossover events. They were great to lift sales for the store and lift sales for other comic books, but then when they were over, they ended up pissing off as many people as they brought in. So it was kind of a wash at the end. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks to the Modrotics. Thanks to everyone who left Super Chat donation. You help keep the lights on. Again, this will be up on Nerdrotic Live. And go and watch Hollywood on the Rocks on Film Threat. It's zoomed in on X-Ray Girl.
What happened? Hey, Huntrix. You got a Huntrix hat.
Yes.
That's cool.
Anyways.
So watch Hollywood on the Rocks and all of our friends streaming out there. And I'll be listening to you all on the road. And again, thanks to everybody for participating. Thanks to everyone who bought the book. I appreciate you all. Hope you had a good time today. We'll see ya